And with that, Auroraverse, return. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of Soulbound, Descent into the Dunes. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome and fantastic session as per usual. As today, we are ready, we are back with some D&D, we're back with Soulbound, baby. Besides that, a couple quick announcements. Make sure to go like the video over on the YouTube side of things if you haven't done so already. I will drop the link down below in the Twitch chat and more. Also, make sure to follow the stream if you guys are new and you're ready for some D&D action and more. It is very much appreciated and very much helpful. All right. Also, besides that, I think we're good to go. Not really an official announcement. Well, actually, no, this is an official announcement. We do have the date set for the 2,000 follower SenseiSuplex / Project Aurora special. It's going to be on my birthday weekend. It's going to be on August 13th. So in about 3 weeks or so, we will have the big old almost 12-hour extravaganza where we're going to have a multitude of events such as the Project Aurora Grammy Awards. We're going to be voting for like best player, funniest moment in Soulbound, favorite NPC, blah 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 blah. We're also going to be having a couple of random wacky one-shots such as D&D and basketball. We're going to have another Phoenix Wright court trial case and more. We're going to have a couple of podcasts with a couple of content creators and more in the sphere. And we're even going to have a D&D session, I believe, in the Seven Souls that day. So it's going to be awesome. Hope you guys are ready to go. It's going to be a great time. All right, everybody. Besides that, that's all the announcements we got. Let's get ready and let's get to playing some D&D. We're going to swap over overlays. All righty. And let's do this.
No one lives there. There's like everywhere I travel to is up a mountain or some shit. So you're doing like fucking 90-degree turns for an hour and you can't go too fast, so you fly off a mountain and die.
I
what
see.
the fuck is Australia? Even the roads try to kill you. Even the roads try to kill you in Australia. What the fuck?
I shouldn't ask questions. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? All ready to play some D&D? Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. We ready to go. So, I pretty much went through all the announcements beforehand. Anybody got any questions before we start? And also, Pete, I did see your message. I gotcha. We're good for that. But yeah, anybody got any questions before we begin?
How do I become the Crab King?
You talk to the crabs and you convince them or make them submit and bend the knee.
You need to marry a crab princess.
That is also an option.
Will do. Okay.
You can always marry yourself into a position of power.
I know what Ingot's doing this session.
Alright. Oh my god.
Please
Zephyr,
get me speech at some point.
Zephyr, I hope you got ceremony prepared because it's time to do a wedding. Oh man. Alright, everybody. Let's do this. Let me pull this up. And let's go. Bam. Alright, everyone. Gather around the table. And let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors. For this, my friends, be the fable of a looming corruption. And that, the sands and the secrets within. For this be the infamous fable of the descent into the dunes, and the legendary tale of the Soulbound. It be here. Our heroes would reconvene after the funeral for their fallen friend, Nrayla. After doing so, they'd begin to figure out their next plan of action and continue traveling into the desert. However, with their bodies breaking down and reaching their physical and mental limits, the descent would be forced to rest for a bit of time. Upon doing so, Zephyr, our panda paladin, would begin to become entranced into the mark of the sages, specifically the mark of Deimos, the sea dragon. But while distracted by this sort of vision of this mark, a strange tabaxi individual would emerge and make their way to the camp. The individual would be named Fabio, a cleric of glitter worshipping Ambrosi, the Fey pixie goddess. And after introductions were had, after brief tensions, Fabio would be allowed into the group, and with that, the descent would be powerful once again. With a bit of brainstorming, the party would begin to construct a means to begin making gold to, how you say, supply a bit of resources that are necessary for this travel, necessary for this venture. Making gold as well as also seeming to try to make a means of travel amongst these sands, the wind, and even the likes of the horrors of the corruption. Using these sort of resources around them, specifically the sands, the wind, but also beginning to construct a plan using our Myconid fighter, our Myconid warrior, and Ingot. With more harebrained schemes arising, the descent, we must wonder what is in store for you heroes. Well, we'll have to find out in session 21 of Soulbound. That, my friends, we pick back up where we left off. And let me just grab this. We tell the bard bot to shut up. We tell him to join back in, and we tell him to repeat himself. Alright.
Sounds like an abusive relationship.
It is. It's very much so.
Bardbot deserves this.
Jeez. Alright. So, as we return back to where we left off, we find ourselves, or yourselves, gathering around the campfire, sort of, not singing a campfire song, but getting ready to lay down your heads, tending to a bit of your wounds, but also getting ready to take the best sleep, the best nap of your lives, as you guys are exhausted. Your bodies are broken to oblivion. Some of you are missing entire limbs. Others haven't really gotten much sleep at all over the past couple of days. And others are more of having that bit of travel fatigue, going left to right all around without really much of a rest, but still being as energetic and as flamboyant as they must and as they will. Regardless, we look over towards one individual as they're preparing for their rest, as they're crafting away after giving away their pauldron of Karanos. We look over towards you, Zephyr. So, Zephyr, as you're trying to create this little bit of plate armor, you gather all your sort of materials and resources, but what is kind of the design, or what is kind of the process of Zephyr trying to craft this together?
Zephyr he first draws out a little simple guy's shape and diagram, getting the measurements, before getting the plate, getting a hammer, and slowly bending it into shape using the rocks that he's sitting on. He's struggling a bit, his legs a bit sore, and Atlas.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I'm sorry to ask, but do you know? Well, hey, it'd be stupid of me to assume not, but you're really good at building armor.
Well, it's not that surprising, but it's yes and no. I build armor for machines, or how do you say, vehicular devices. Yes, those type of things. But I'm here for humanoids. It's not really my specialty, but I can try.
Just a little help, but are you alright?
I mean, I was kind of excited to get these sort of crafting, but I mean, I'm already gonna be up all night, so fuck it, why not?
You'll see he'll kind of look over towards Navro as, begins to put a couple of the schematics for a couple of these magic items off to the side.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
As he does so, we'll kind of, move on over towards, Zephyr, and kind of like sort of plop himself down and look to see exactly what you kind of have.
Don't worry, we'll get to crafting the ship soon. Got a few ideas in mind I'm going to roll up tonight, but thank you for the help. Truly.
Thank me if this thing gets done and I don't fuck this up. I'm gonna more so just tell you kind of, don't take it the wrong way, but I mean, if you do, who cares? I'm gonna be telling you more so if this thing is wrong, if this thing is wrong, if this thing is right. Kind of just a supervisor, if you will.
That's fine, my dude. Thank you.
Kind of nod. So, as this is sort of happening, you begin to start hammering away with the bits of materials more and more. And with that, you'll see as randomly, you'll notice as Atlas kind of like sort of grabs your sort of arm for a moment, and you see as they attach a sort of device for a second. As it does, it sort of wraps around it, almost kind of like Iron Man style in a way, as bits of it's almost like a metal sort of armband made out of steel. And as he doesn't even act, he just kind of does it. It's just like, it's fine. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. They're going to cast guidance on you. And you see as whenever you're smelting, you strike with a little bit more force and a little bit more precision as well.
You're a helpful friend to have. Thank you.
Hold on there. I'm not sure we're friends yet. I remember exactly what you did. Ah, shit, the fucking music ended. Alright, hold on.
Hold on, they're gonna grab that.
Max a bard bot a couple of times, get him to work again.
Yeah, you just see as you'll just see as Cobalt would just start smacking the fucking random little device or mechanical device around. But as they do, so Zephyr, if you are ready to go, you, my friend, can make a survival check. You make it with advantage, and you roll a d4 from guidance. Ooh, it's gonna come down to the wire. Let's see. 3? Oh boy! We're skidding on by barely. That's gonna be a 20. That's what you need, and that's going to be what do you call it? Or an expansion of plate. Good stuff. So Zephyr, as you begin to do so, it's made with. It's not necessarily the perfect quality. It's not one that you would necessarily see in a forge, but above everything else, though it maybe lacks in aesthetic, it is efficient, it is hardy, it is protective, and that's all you could really ask for at the end of the day when it comes to armor. Something that can protect you from damage and any harm. So, Zephyr, you will have a plate mail armor added to your inventory. I will get you that in a bit.
I'll add it to D&D Beyond myself.
Now,
Hey.
for the sake of it, Zephyr, as you begin to head pretty much to bed after this sort of thing, Atlas kind of stays up, trying to work on a couple of the magic items. Now, a question, make sure I got this right. Navro, you don't have to necessarily sleep, but you do have to like kind of lay down. Or what is Navro kind of doing throughout the hours of just, kind of existing? You know what I mean?
Through the long rest?
Yeah. Like, are they sort of thinking about anything when this happens? Or are they just like, what is the process of this? I've always kind of wondered it.
So with that, the ruling essentially is that he just has to sit down and kind of just go limp, relax, and for 4 hours just think. Essentially, he can look around and he can do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But he can't. Navro can't get up and like do things. He's not a 3 king, right? He has to like basically nap with his eyes open, essentially, for 4 hours.
Okay, interesting.
With that being said, during the long rest, I would like to look over the major image scroll, have it like nested down on my lap, and just like having the scroll open, read it during that time. Not to have it inscribed or whatever, but just to read over it, really. Have some material.
Yeah. So as you're kind of doing so, you're reading the sort of ins and outs of the spell, trying to not necessarily like really study and inscribe it, but it's interesting to definitely see the aesthetic of the scroll and kind of and you kind of almost begin to wonder why exactly the Oni had this or where they got it. Were they an individual capable of making more scrolls? Did they get this from somebody, like buying it from someone? I know, the Oni, walking up to a shop. Your mind begins to kind of go wild and think of the possibilities of how exactly this individual acquired it, but besides that, it definitely doesn't seem to be an aesthetic similar to that of the taiga, and not ones that you would imagine it in a desert. It's definitely foreign with a couple of strange writings, but something to sort of note for another time.
Can I make a super genius check? Could I look at the handwriting and determine what kind of person wrote it down, like race, class, that kind of thing.
Maybe not the race, maybe a profession or like level of professionalism, let's say. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh wow, the UI is different.
Yeah, it's completely different. We hope you're ready to play D&D 0.5.
23.
Do we
But,
do we have the thing anymore? You know where it's you click on your token and it should be on the top left option. It gives you a little UI on the bottom of the screen.
Oh,
Right.
I think I know what I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, the little
No,
UI.
that's-
No, I disabled it for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh shit.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. I just accidentally went to token stand. But
I
yeah.
think-
Oh, go.
Do I have any knowledge of the past? I think I've
I think you
I've
probably
I've
used
probably-
them.
I've probably used them at this point because it's been fucking ages. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me get you that plate Zephyr. There you go. It should be in your inventory. Nope. I'm gonna try it again. The third time. Please.
You could always just upload from D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'll do that later. So here, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
change your AC manually to 18. You don't have a shield, right?
No.
Alright. It's being stupid again. So yeah, I'll just mark it down. It should be good. No big deal for the time being. But I'll keep it in my mind that you have an AC of 18. Change AC to 18. Alright, awesome. So Navra, with your intelligence check of 23, what you would probably know is that this individual, it's rough in the sense of there's bits of smudges and sort of even tears a little bit in the scroll itself, but the writing on it is done with a bit of grace, a bit of precision and dexterity that you would not necessarily expect from the Oni themselves. You have a feeling that, I mean, unless the Oni is like secretly a painter or something, they probably didn't write this. They probably got it from somewhere else. Now, judging by that, you haven't really met too many people to get an idea on like who would be the individual who would make it. But in terms of professionalism, it's not like a master scribe or anything like that, but they know what they're doing. They've probably made multiple scrolls like this before. This isn't their first rodeo or a hack job.
Okay. Interesting. Looking at the smudges, Navra would not say out loud, but think to himself just, ugh, amateur hour. And go back to his rest.
You got it. And as you all begin to finally go towards and take your rest, eventually you notice as a cracking sound begins to emerge, all of you almost waking up simultaneously, and you'd see as the sky is shattering before your very eyes. Now, to Fabio, this is actually, I believe, the first time you've actually seen this now, like, in kind of person. I believe every single time it's always been, like, already happened. I don't think you saw it in Secrets. I don't know if you saw it in Seven Souls. You might have, but I'm not entirely sure. Could be wrong. I don't think you did. And you definitely didn't see it in
Thought I
Valley,
did.
so...
Okay, well, we'll just say I haven't seen it.
Nah, either or, if you did or you didn't. It is still definitely a sight that is very, very difficult to kind of get used to. I'd imagine, though you are from definitely stranger places, you just kind of looking over towards the rest of the individuals, seeing their reactions, observing them. This seems to like have them not really phased at this point, that the entire sky is shattering, so you sort of take it for what it is. Eventually you'd see as the sun doesn't rise, it just appears in front of you all, as it now is daytime in Voden. With that, I'll change the map and adjust it in just a second, but as you all awaken, you'd notice as a portal begins to slowly rift and form, and emerging out from it, a tall, red, hooded individual looking at you all, as this keeper begins to appear. Grab the likes of one of your friends, and also to bestow upon you another. You look over and you see as Keeper Camino begins to arrive and emerge off to the side. Oh, hold on, I think I gotta refresh my Foundry because this thing is not taking my commands. But you look over and you'll see as the astral sort of light is sort of slowly swarming and eventually forming out of it, the individual keeper will kind of wave towards you all and they will kind of nod, hoping that you guys rested well and get ready for the likes of Rokaz's specific departure as they look specifically towards them. As this happens, let's see if I can drag it in now. There we go. Now it's working. You'll see as he begins to motion forth, but kind of like before, so he kind of has to hold out a bigger cloak than kind of usual, and stepping out, barely sort of forcing their way out, struggling to do so. You see as a massive ingot begins to stomp and stammer their way out of there from the cloak of the keeper. Ingot, you look over and you see as all of your party members are kind of resting and or just waking up. What would you like to say and what would you like to do? First thing is first as you see everybody.
Ingot's gonna look to Keeper Camino and just go, shiny?
We'll look over towards you. Alright, look, big man. You're kind of asking for a lot of shinies to all the keepers. Like, I mean, we're gonna be going broke soon if you keep asking for shinies. I don't know. I don't know. You gotta, like, can we at least make a trade or something or make a deal?
Ingot just pulls out a handful of gold. You have Keeper shiny? Try to hit towards Keeper specific items.
How much gold do you
rocks. have? Ingot has 31 gold.
31 gold, and you're asking for
thought
Keeper
you
shinies?
I think
Yeah,
you
I
have
mean-
more because we split the money.
I've kept track of the money split and the money I spent to obtain topaz.
Okay, sorry.
Very good.
Oh, there'll even be a little topaz on top of the pile. You know, keepers are interdimensional thingamabobs. They come and go. Surely they have special shinies. Who wouldn't?
You'll see as the keeper will look over and they will humor it and they will begin to look over and say, Now I do not have any specific sort of things, but I might have a means to obtaining some higher quality items. The ones that might prove useful to the soulbound. I will converse with the other keepers, and I will get back to you. But for the time being, here. We'll see as they take the bits of the gold, and as they do so, make sure I got this right. Pretty sure, yep. They will take the bits of gold and they will begin to sort of pocket it. But they will reach into their own pocket and you'll see as they pull out these extremely, like, not necessarily silver, but it's very rare silvery white metal. It seems to be even shinier than usual. You see as they pass you 3 platinum pieces to you instead. And they kind of give you the gold piece as well to sort of, you know, make up for the difference, but... Here, I think you might appreciate this a little bit more. And Ingot, this is one of the shiniest metals you have ever seen. One of them. Maybe not the shiniest, but definitely up there.
Be like shiny.
Remember that it tastes like cheese.
Ingot had to forget that.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
God
Ingot
damn it.
doesn't- Ingot doesn't know what it tastes like.
Well, while this is sort of happening, you'll see as the keeper begins to wave towards you all, and will begin to gather Rokaz into the coat, and begins to head off into oblivion. That, he's gone, and
Have a
so...
wonderful morning, Camino.
You as well, Fabio. You as well.
Oh,
And as
So
they do...
31 gold. So that's all 31 gold, right?
Yeah, you have 31 gold still, so it's 3 platinum pieces and then 1 gold now.
Outstanding.
With that, a new day of adventure is ahead of you, all the descent. The choice is yours on what you'd like to decide to do first and which action you would like to take now. Let's start off with Folia and see exactly what they're up to at this moment in time.
Long rest?
Yeah, you did long rest. After we go with Folia, we're gonna swing on over to Fabio next.
I no longer have exhaustion.
Yes, you shouldn't have it anymore.
You get a long rest from the keepers, right?
Yes, you got a long rest. Everybody should be pretty much back to full health and all that stuff. Everything should be restored. Also, let me
My
set
chronal
up
shift.
call.
They're back. I can re-roll again. Oh.
Let me hit that long rest button for Atlas. And
You guys can fuck up as many times as we want, as long as it's twice.
So, Folia, what is she doing as she kind of not necessarily like awakens from sleep or slumber, but awakens from her little staring off into the distance?
Sorry, by the way, I have not slept, so I might be a little brain slow.
Man, we're getting the soulbound classic of half the players not sleeping because late night chat. I don't even know what happened this
That
Thursday,
wasn't
but
me.
I
wasn't me, I
tried,
just meant-
okay?
how long did you guys stay up Thursday? Because I did not pay attention to the Discord at all.
I have no idea because I wasn't there.
I saw
Wait,
motherfuckers sending messages at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, I know there ain't no way.
Yes. She's going to conjure her flock of familiars.
As you do. Which one are these? Are these the ravens or the crows? Whichever. The birds.
Crows.
You got it. As you begin to do so, no point of adding the tokens, but you'll see as the flock of crows begin to slowly begin to land off to the side or perching themselves amongst your shoulder, your arms, and just amongst your entire person. As
There
all...
is.
Go
There
ahead.
is a new bird, by the way. His
Oh,
name is
yeah.
Baby.
Oh yeah, because you can
What's
cast
the
another
name?
one.
Baby.
Baby?
Phoebe?
Davy.
Davy.
With a
Davy.
D.
Got it.
And I'm gonna have him, or all of them, just circle around looking for any of the smaller animals to communicate with, or if they see bigger ones, let me know.
Mm-hmm. So, you're basically having them scout out for some smaller animals so that you can talk to, but if they do find a bigger animal, they will also report back and let you know, correct?
Yes, but Davy's goal is to grab the small animal and bring it to me.
You got it. So, with that, let's get 4 perception checks. They all do so with advantage. I believe you can just roll pretty much 8d20 and I can figure out the rest.
Is it 80-20?
Yes, because it's gonna be 4 crows, I believe.
5 crows.
5 crows. Oh gosh, so fucking 10d20. Let's go, baby.
Just say he passes the check.
Nah, bro. 102. You got it. All right.
Does it hit?
It's more so not necessarily whether he passes or finds something. It's more so if he finds something else. That's why. Alright, alright, you'll find something special. You're nothing normal or nothing crazy. You got it. So between all of them, we'll get back to a majority of them, but you'll see as Baxter is going to be an individual capable of finding a massive beast. There seems to be a little bit of a commotion off to the side with a couple of beasts and a couple of other entities off to the side. It's not terribly far from here, but they're able to at least scout out that. Davy themselves, they are able to find a smaller sort of lizard, a smaller kind of gecko, and immediately they'll fly down, swooping them up, grabbing them, just beginning to head back over towards your general position. They report these things towards you, Folia, and they're on their way back to kind of return. So, Folia, that is what you're doing at the moment. You're kind of concentrating on
Yes.
that, right?
Yes. However, how many beasts exactly are we looking at?
So
I'm able to see
for
their eyes.
that, you would see as well. One of them. Oh no, 2 of them They are beasts with these stranger sort of heads with these two massive horns protruding out of their foreheads. These would be Triceratops. But one of which is not something made out of flesh, skin, and bone. The other one seems to be completely mechanized, made out of metal, steel, and plate similar to the likes of the Stormbird. Their eyes are sort of glowing this strange sort of purple, but they're not fighting the other Triceratops. In fact, they seem to be fighting alongside it against other creatures. You look over and you see as there are these almost, not necessarily arachnid, but kind of insectoid, these weird, strange sort of beings. They seem to have these multiple pincers and several forms of legs, massive jaws that are screaming out with these almost predator-like tongues, or things that could resemble tongues. And there are several of them that they seem to have a corrupted or astral nature about them as they're surrounding these Triceratops. Seems to be the rules of nature are running its course as pretty much beasts and animals are fighting amongst one another, seeing who will be the last one to survive.
It seems she would immediately report to Navarro.
Alright. So, as we're getting ready for that, so Follier, you're getting ready to talk to Navarro. We'll hold that thing. I want to make sure everybody gets their chance to do stuff. Fabio, so as you kind of awaken towards the rest of the sort of party and group, what is it that Fabio is doing right now?
Well, Fabio hasn't met Ingot, so Ingot is the new shiny thing to examine and learn more about.
Remember the 2 gold?
I know. Yeah, I guess he would understand from context. Okay. Well, darling, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard wonderful things about you, but I did not realize how massive and grand you were, my friend. Tell me, what is your name, darling?
Me, Ingot. Me, big.
Yes, you are big, my darling. And I would love to be friends with you, my dear. And in doing so, here's a little token of our blossoming friendship as I'll hand a gold piece to Ingot.
Me like friend.
Wonderful.
Ingot's gonna hand you a rock.
Thank you. So, to Fabio, this rock is just as valuable, if not more, than the gold piece he just handed. So he'll just take it like almost reverentially and be like, oh, "Thank you. I will keep this as a treasure of our friendship. I will never forget you. That's for sure."
So I'm just checking which rock you got.
Yeah, I am curious actually. Which
You got one of the rocks from the bottom of the ocean when Ingot grabbed the anchor.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Still a bit damp. Smells of salt.
Yeah, he'll
It's like a salt lick.
Oh wait, this would be the ocean in the
Tiger.
in the taiga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the bottom of it.
That's cold. See, you must have traveled a lot then, my darling.
Me travel not. Was called, now not.
Yes, I know. This place is so hot. I mean, how are you faring? Do you feel like you're grilling in the sun, or are you quite comfortable?
Me not notice, son.
Oh, that's quite fair. Quite fair. I mean,
Except
Do you-
it's shiny.
yes, quite shiny is the word. Let me tell me, darling. Would you like to be even more shiny?
Me like shiny.
Wonderful. And he's gonna like, I'm not gonna do a thing, but he'll just be, my lovely lady, please, I have found another friend, and we must illuminate his day. Help me out. That's like kind of a little prayer to Ambrosi, as he's gonna start. He's gonna take his flower out and blow on it and kind of like wave it around you as just a cloud of glitter starts forming around you and just covers Ingot in as much as I can muster.
Now,
How shiny is Fabio?
Very shiny. So you weren't there. So basically, Fabio is like a Siamese tabaxi. He's wearing bright colors. Like he's reflecting off the surface around him. He's got like a bunch of little baubles and little shiny bits all throughout his outfit. He's wearing fabrics that are all shimmering and kind of iridescent, changes colors. And he's got like a few little kind of like butterfly jewelry, we could say, all over him.
and also on top of that, I'll even show you the art. A literal and figurative rainbow.
It would like get closer and start leaning down towards whatever is shiniest with mouth that's slightly agape.
Oh, now, darling,
Hungry.
I know, oh shit. Okay, we're good. I know, I look delectable, but please, I would appreciate if you wouldn't, eat me, right away. Is that okay with you, darling?
It's just gonna stop like halfway and just look at them.
One ear in the
Yes.
mouth.
Thank you.
So
That is
you're the
so-
one.
Go ahead, Zephyr.
So you're
That is
the
so
kind
considerate
to.
of you. Thank you.
So you're the kind to want to go on a date first, huh?
Well, it doesn't hurt, but, you know, I don't mind if things run a bit more fast.
And it's still just locked in place. Like mouth hasn't changed at all, just kind of half bent over.
Also, how much glitter is now on this man?
Oh man. You look over, and you just did like almost like a glitter bomb onto Ingot, right?
Yeah, like glitter
Oh, dear
cannon rather.
Lord.
Like
God.
you've seen when I used the flower, it was like kind of just like a little sprinkle of pollen that came out of it, but like this time it looks like a glitter cannon is in this flower. It does not make sense at
Well,
all, but it's happening.
it's enough to do this amount, or this effect. You look over and you see as Ingot is just shining and shifting colors every now and again. It is magnificent, Fabio. You look over and just with each sort of or slight turning of Ingot, or from each sort of differing perspective, you see as there is another color, there is another story to be told in the likes of this shininess. It is great.
My dear, you are the most magnificent creature that I've seen today. Ah, an edifice to the love of Ambrosi. Ah, darling, yes.
You like glitter?
I love glitter, darling.
Ingot's gonna grab a large empty mana crystal and crush it to dust to sprinkle.
Oh no!
Oh God, no!
And that's where we begin. Okay.
Wait, is
So
it a proper mana crystal or a dead one?
It's an empty large mana crystal.
Never mind then.
Aw.
Alright, so that's the unlucky. Sammy's fucking reaction just dots.
Zephyr, like, seeing the mouth open, will just kind of like, kind of low chuckle as he stands up, comes over and he fishes out a few gold out of his pocket and rubs them in his hand, and you'll see as they start to course with electricity as he then just slots them into his mouth.
Ingot's
Alright.
mouth?
Oh
I mean,
my
it was
God.
open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
enjoy. And like you can taste the electricity in the metal.
So how many gold did you just give to Ingot?
Probably about 5.
Excellent.
I'm just
Shiny.
curious, what would have happened? Oh man, we would have rolled a 1 if we had that.
oh
magic
shit.
item. I don't even know what that does, but I'm curious.
Portal
But
to
Me
hell
neither.
again.
nah, I don't think it's a portal to hell. I think that's something else. A 1 is like, it's either a very terrible effect or it's like you just completely choose something. Rolling this, oh yeah, you're rolling this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute. So it's the terrible one where you make instead 10 more rolls of wild magic.
It can be good and bad.
That's fucking bad, bro.
Pretty sure that's mostly bad.
So yes, that one large mana crystal worth of like crystal glitter is now just dumped on Fabio.
Oh, Fabio's gonna like imagine someone gleefully dancing in the rain. That is what Fabio is doing currently, and you're without a doubt the most wonderful person I've met throughout these whole travels. Darling, we will be the closest of friends. And tell me, of course, we need to protect our friends, right?
Me protect.
Excellent. I will do my very best that no harm comes to you.
Here's what we got.
Harm cannot come to mountain.
A mountain, you say? Yes, actually, you'll. Yes, I can see it in your future that you will be towering over all the lands in no time.
As sort of said, we're gonna swap over towards Zephyr, and then we're gonna bounce over towards Navro and Folia. Zephyr, did you have anything that you want to say or do in this moment, or are you just joining in on the conversation with Fabio and Ingot?
He just popped in for like a little quip, and he just starts to return as he gets back out his parchment of paper and charcoal from the fire as he continues to sketch plans. And now that he's got his muse, so to speak, he's going to start looking over Ingot a bit more closely and looking at all the different ribbits to see what would work and what won't.
As you do, you're kind of sketching, looking over towards Ingot, then beginning to sketch a little bit more, looking over towards Ingot, adding a couple of designs. Oh, you got the proportions off a little bit. Almost like an artist, you begin to continue on sketching, continue on planning this master scheme. With that, Zephyr, that goes on for a decent bit. Anything else that you would be doing, or are you just kind of waiting till you're done and ready to show Atlas?
That'd be everything.
You got it. All right, we're gonna head over towards Navro, and then Folia's coming in right afterwards. Navro, is there anything that you were kind of doing before Folia would have emerged? This is like your morning sort of to-do list. What was Navro doing?
Navro's going to take out his book, his journal and spell book, and flip through, just looking absent-mindedly before coming back to the page that had the portrait of Dendar that he had sketched a while ago. He thinks for a little bit before his head comes up. And Zephyr, Mr. Vin Flamel, Folia, I need help
Aye.
with something.
So dear.
I don't know if
Before, I need help of people with a connection to the divine. I had spoken to Mimir before. For context, I'll explain in full for context for you, Fabio. For some portion of time, we had the god of knowledge with us, Mimir. For a small portion, he was able to tell me whatever we needed without the risk of death. And I desire to know things about my past. I have no memory of it, save that everyone I love has been killed by the Starry Ones.
that's
I need to know.
dreadful.
Why, how, when, who, what, even. I don't know who I am, either. when I asked him, he told me to start with Dendar, the World Serpent. I contacted him in communion, and he told me to find someone named Rashid. Now, I don't know who Rashid is, really. But that doesn't matter. All I need is a direction. Currently, I plan to commune with Dendar again, and just get a direction somewhere. I need all of you, because I want to make sure this occurs. Folia, you are a worshipper, or someone in cahoots, I suppose, with the Dendar.
Myra mostly talks to him.
But you have that connection, correct?
I don't know. I've not tried to talk to him.
You can still help. And both you, Zephyr, and... Oh?
I don't know if this is important, but I found beasts, and you were saying starry ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh man.
I caught it.
You did. You did.
Nice one.
They're big spider monsters trying to eat these big lizards with horns, and one of them differs. He big metal horned monster thing.
Did you see any writing on it? It could have been one of those machinations of Nazgul specialties.
I only That's all Baxter told me.
The communion can wait. I snap my fingers. Atlas, if you could for a moment.
Kind of like having the goggles on, just going to town.
Yeah, what's up?
Folly had seen a metal triceratops. Most likely it's something from Nazgul.
Yeah, probably.
As they're kind of tuning something up.
I don't know too much about machinations, but would they be able to be reasoned with through the speech of beasts? What Myra has.
Big lizard would be, but they're gonna get eaten.
Well, I mean... Okay, yes and no. This is kind of something you should probably know about this in my studies. So, yes, some can. Some are capable of speech. Yes, yeah. Some of them are capable of very, very scary and accurate speech. But most of which are kind of dumb, kind of like dumb animals, not going to lie. Most of which just sort of screech and kind of mimic animal sounds. It's quite off-putting. Have you ever heard of it? And he says this casually, I guess, if you're supposed to completely understand and know. Have you ever heard a recording of a T-Rex screech? Yeah, it's like that. It's very awkward and weird and terrible.
Falia feels like he's shooting shots at her, as that's what she does to talk with animals.
And
That's fair.
recording? I don't quite follow.
Oh, wait.
Gotcha. Here, you'll see as they're gonna use their magical tinkering. You'll see as they sort of they grab a couple of tools. They grab a little bit of a stone. I mean, to start smacking one of the rocks. Beginning to with one of the wrenches, and begins to start attaching and taping into the old device. And they say, and they just chuck it over towards you, Zephyr. They do this in a matter of only seconds. Only seconds. As they toss it over towards you, Zephyr, they just say,
Here, press the button.
You look over to Navro with raised eyebrow and press the button.
as you do so, this is what you hear.
Hey everybody, my name is Atlas, and I am a kobold.
That's what you hear.
Fabio will jump back 10 feet. Hackles raised, all his fur is raised, his hair is kind of standing on end. What in Ambrosie's name was that monstrosity?
That was incredible. If I may.
Hey, you said you needed money. You pass it over.
Oh, you can make this in a matter of seconds. Atlas, you are immensely talented.
Thank you. It was nothing. But also, Fabio, I mean, this is kind of my whole shtick, so if you're not used to it by now, I mean, well, it's gonna be rough for you, buddy.
Horror is that? And you say
Mr.
that there's more of that?
Yes, you wanna try?
No!
I'll look to Fabio. Mr. Von Flamel, it's simple. It's technology meeting magic. It's a wonder.
Technology?
Technology is a newfound thing. Quite simply, it's fantastic.
I don't quite understand it myself, don't worry.
Oh, I don't either.
Fabio is now hiding, like half hiding behind Ingot's leg right now.
Fair enough. As you're
Very.
So you say these Nazgul are similar to that, and you fight them?
Well, Nazgul Specialties is some force, an organization, perhaps, vastly underground. They create what are called robots, machinations made purely of steel that follow simple functions. Or more advanced ones, like Atlas said. They can be as advanced as you or I, or follow rudimentary functions like a golem.
The one thing I did not see a sort of...
Actually, hold on. Actually, wait, no, that's a lie, never mind.
Yeah, he's right, they even have like humanoid versions of yourselves. So yeah, you could probably see like a robotic Fabio.
They can look like us?
Oh yeah, it's pretty scary.
It's incredibly impressive.
Well, that's not off-putting.
Peaceful.
I
Are you any of... Are you any... Is there any robots here?
Oh, I wish. For now, none of us.
Actually, speaking of which, I do need to build my body again. Yeah, so, I used to have this little small dragon. Not like a big dragon, but a very, very small dragon. They were like my best friend, and they kind of got ripped in half. So, yeah, I think I should probably build them again. Yeah, I kind of miss them.
Do I take Ingot?
Do we hold off for now?
Well, they're being attacked.
Let us figure. If I could finish what I was about to do, then
Yes.
somehow figure out that. Speak through your crows and see if that Triceratops is willing to reason. If it is, then we have a grand ally.
How are they faring against the giant spider arachnid?
To be fair, it's more of the... Not really spider arachnids. I can actually show you exactly what they look like.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, these things are, they're not really easy to explain and describe, my friend.
Oh, great.
They look like these. Yeah, that's some shit.
Oh,
straight out of
hell
Sensei.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, Myra would be all for these. Forget the Triceratops, man.
so it's more
They
of
look
like...
tasty.
They probably are. But it's more of, they're not really like, there's not one or two of those things. It's more of their strength, they're surrounding them. It's a lot of numbers advantage right now. Now, to be fair,
Are
the
they
Triceratops are, no, they're not big. They're like about, well,
Oh, okay.
they're big enough to be as big as you, which is terrifying. Like, imagine like a human-sized spider, dear God. But they're not like, they're definitely not bigger than Ingot, not even close. And there's like tons of them, but the Triceratops are taking them out left and right. They're holding their own for now, but it's gonna be a war of attrition for them for sure.
I wonder if there's any way I could show them this. Do I have anything?
Do you have any like illusion stuff that you can just like make it?
I used to.
Unfortunately.
Draw with crayons.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. And then you see her grab her bone finger and then immediately just start drawing, but in perfect accuracy, unlike or attempts perfect accuracy. At the most horrifying thing you've probably ever seen in your lives.
Oh man.
Is it alright if we don't go there? Shit's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
They're not
So
too
like
bad.
30 of yees versus the Triceratops.
The two Triceratopses, they're pretty tough.
What's a triceratops?
It's a saurian creature. A lizard. A big lizard. With a lot of spikes on its face.
Aye, oh.
In other news, I have a new.
I ingot.
Me big.
See, I was drawing last night and this morning. And you know, it was for transportation for all of us. Now the question is, do you want to lead the charge and guide us to our victory? Or would you prefer these large beasts to help carry you?
Ingot's just gonna look at you in total fucking confusion.
Zephyr will like chuckle a little bit before holding up the parchment, and he's going to show the little diagrams and drawings of the transportation. Sensei, if you could, I don't know if you can pull up those drawings.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask you. I found them. They're the same things, right?
Yeah.
And it's only the top one, or is the bottom one also in the running?
The bottom one's also, but that's like Zephyr trying to think, okay, flying. How the fuck does flying work? Arms out, I guess he could flap. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was more for Atlas, like, you know, this? Is this what the fuck you mean?
So I got it on stream. You see, as this is the first drawing by Zephyr of, like, when he's trying to understand exactly what is flight, what is flying, despite seeing the storm bird, but it's more so them trying to figure out, okay, how do we get, like, Ingot to fly, you know? That is the first one. The second one, also, these are also all drawn by Finn or Zephyr. The other ideas are a little bit more refined, but here is what you see on the several bits of ideas. So Seth, if you want to see the actual things, if you just scroll up in the Descent to the Dunes chat, like it's only a little bit, you'll find the two drawings.
Yeah, I just tapped into stream.
Perfect. So
Ingot's gonna point to the one with the boat on his head. Me like.
I'm not quite sure how it works, I'm leaving that more to Atlas as they've already conquered flight somehow. The other ones though are more my specialty, ships. Sail across the land.
So, for that sort of thing, here, I got you, we can have this discussion, but I feel like there was something else that was a little bit more pressing on time with the whole thing with Nava was saying and the dinosaurs, so hold that thought, okay?
Hey, you guys can continue.
So, as in, like, are we going to, like, go to the Triceratopses, or?
I mean, you just mentioned, because you mentioned two things that Navra would want, or, well, two things that the group could do. One being help Navra with this commune, two being the Triceratops. So, it's more so Atlas saying, okay, hey, hold on, we can, that's gonna take a while, Zephyr, so let's figure out what we're gonna do for this first, and then we'll come back to that in a minute.
Folia, if you could you speak through your birds to the Triceratopses? And while you're doing that, we could do what we were trying to do before with my communion. A bit?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking. I do
Okay.
not know if crows are able to mimic speech
Yeah, they can.
or mimic
Oh, you can-
Triceratops.
I thought your familiars could. I thought you could speak through your familiars.
I think you...
Only certain ones that are able to mimic speech. I know crows and ravens kinda can, but I don't know if they can mimic a fucking Triceratops.
Probably a lot easier than human speech, to be honest.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that one.
Because
Would they even
Triceratops
understand
don't
what
have
a
vocal.
Triceratops is saying?
Well, it'd be me perceiving through them,
Oh,
so I would
Yeah, with-
understand what they're saying.
gotcha. I
Wait,
see what you're
beast
talking about.
speech.
If you really wanted to be like, if you wanted to be like kind of a bit, not wasteful, I think tongues is touch. So with your familiars, you could cast tongues on the Triceratops, and then
I do not have tongues.
not anymore. Okay.
I didn't think we needed 2 people with tongues, especially one who only has 2 spell slots.
Who else has
Um,
tongues?
I do. In that case, then
Could use beast speech. Can you
Yeah,
use
with-
beast speech? Through the-
These
I would
speech,
hope
you should
so,
be able
they're-
to talk through the animals as well. If you have beast speech specifically, yeah, you should be able to talk to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I have bee speech.
that's what I was asking. If you
Yeah,
could
so
talk
you're
to
good. You
them.
don't need tongues or whatever. You can just talk to them.
Okay.
I thought that like I thought that I thought that it was as though you couldn't like speak through your familiar, which you could do.
So-
but, yeah.
I think here's what it is. So you can't speak through your familiar, but we have crows, and the reason why it's getting confused is like crows can mimic. They can kind of repeat what Myra would be saying or Falia would be saying. So it'd be a kind of a case of Falia says something to the crow mimics the best it can of what Falia said to the Triceratops, and the Triceratops responds, which Myra can just immediately understand. So it's kind of like Myra's gonna be talking through like a McDonald's voice
Google
box.
Translate.
Kind of, yeah, also mixed with Google Translate and hoping for the best.
Yeah, and
Folias, what would you like to eat?
The lucky
Like,
thing
very bad
is-
English.
the lucky thing is, through beast speech, you can understand them even if they don't understand us. That means that if they are actually asking for help, we still know they're
That's
asking
not
for
the
help.
problem. It's more so Falia actually saying, "Hey, this is Falia's. How would you like to be rescued or killed?" It's more so that.
Yeah.
But you can certainly try if you want to give it a shot, Falia.
I can try real quick if you want.
That would be good.
Let us know if you need any help.
Alright, so as this is being done, Falia, begin to lose your senses of your surroundings here with ingots, Fabio, and more, and instead you trade them for the senses of Baxter? Which crow?
Yes, Baxter's the one who found him.
You got it. Alright, let me first off move this, make sure I
I'm
got
gonna
this
find
right.
all my names again.
Alright. You look over, and as you would see this, make sure I got this right. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. You would look to find as there are several beasts surrounding the likes of these Triceratops. They seem to be swinging forth left and right as they pierce through the horns of one of the individuals. You see as they begin to fall down, immediately sort of eviscerated. But with one falling, several more begin to emerge from the sands, emerge from an astral mist, and begin to rush over and try to corrupt them and make them join their forces. With each striking of the astral force, you see as it begins to taint the metal Triceratops, slowly corrupting them. But they're able to take them out left and right, so it's only a matter of time before a corrupted mechanical beast is on the premises or in the premises of the Forbidden Expanse. Similar to like how you guys experienced it with the wolves when Ingot did it.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an actual person on the Triceratops there?
No, that's
Okay.
Nah, you're good.
Because that would have changed things, I think.
Nah, you're fine.
And I thought there was 2 normal Triceratops.
No, it's only one Triceratops, and the second Triceratops is a
Oh, okay, I
natural
misheard.
specialties one. Nah, you're good.
Yeah, I
you're good.
misheard.
So, That being said, Falia, as you begin to look over through Baxter's form, you're kind of floating and flapping your wings in the area. You soar down a little bit closer, but what would you say or do as they're in the process of just murdering multiple individuals?
Need help?
You'd hope. And you say this in beast speech, and the crow is going to mimic this. Okay.
I gotta keep it simple. Nothing too long.
That's fair. Alright, Falia, wait, I don't know why it rolled a d10. I don't know why. But, Falia, here's what I need from you. We'll call it an animal handling check, and we'll see what happens.
Oh God.
Yeah, we'll call it that for the time being.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my duder.
I think if you hit C on your keyboard, it pops up the character sheet.
Oh yeah.
Animus taught me that one.
Ooh, this is a straight roll, my friend. I gotta practice with this.
13 is not
13?
bad. You see, as you begin to say, need help, the crow mysteriously begins to emanate it in this Triceratops sort of speech. As it does so, it looks around, kind of grunting for a minute, like on where that sort of came from, and immediately just begins to bulldoze over more and more of the corruption. As they do, you'll see as they begin to rush over for a bit, and they kind of begin to mutter and speak and say, "Oh, yes, need help," as they begin to start striking into other individuals. As they do, you see as a couple more of them begin to pierce into the individual before they scream out in pain. "Oh!" They grunt, they begin to scream and yelp, but they're tearing into these individuals regardless, like a tank. Falia, what do you say next, if anything? Or do you go out of their vision and go back towards the others?
On way, and then switch over.
Alright, as you do, return back to the other sort of sites, back towards the camp.
It's yeah, they need help. It's bad.
Will it be worth it?
Well, we finally. Oh,
Would I know how much stronger a Triceratops is than Ingot?
Depends on how much I trust is more so that you'd know. Make a like a more you'd know of like kind of Navra's world and like how prevalent dinosaurs and all that stuff were. Make a martial check. So for you, this is an Arcana check, or not Arcana, excuse me, intelligence check.
Intelligence check? Okay. I mean, they're in the monster manual. I think the rule was that, like, if it's in the monster manual, he probably knows about it. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
24.
24. I know all about dinos.
Ingot's definitely more powerful than a Triceratops by like 2 seasons. So basically saying a Triceratops is CR5 compared to Ingot's quote-unquote CR7 as a level 7 fighter.
you're not adding the Mecha Triceratops.
He would have
That
no
one's-
idea how
I
strong
wouldn't
that
know.
thing is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You could just assume that thing is going to be stronger and more irritated.
It might be worth to have friends on our side to protect us. And Valia, how reasonable does he seem?
He shrugs at you.
We'll go over and help him then. It won't be too difficult. They're already dozing through them, as you said.
Eh.
How far away are they?
Oh, I can take you right there immediately.
He's asking like how long of a distance travel it is.
Long of a distance, it'd be like,
300 feet is where my birds are at.
yeah,
them.
so maybe not a 3-minute run, but it's more so if you guys are sprinting there, like really, really rushing, You could probably get there within like a minute or so. Yeah, it's not too long. But if you guys are walking, you're taking your time, it's gonna be like 5 minutes or so. Atlas will say that
if you don't want to lose progress, I can stay here and just keep working on the thingy. As long as I have the schematics, I can at least start on it while you guys are busy. If you want me to stay back, I don't know.
I won't be able to run through this desert, not like this at the moment. So if you guys want to, go on ahead. The road's plenty strong enough, we have our rest. I trust in you guys.
Alright,
Yes,
right about the big guy. Don't you just Atlas will just kind of point towards the big fucking tower on Ingot. Or also the big bag.
I could, but who would protect you? Eh?
Yeah,
Stay here.
I'm used to being alone, it's fine.
There's no way to live. What was it, Valio?
She quickly points in the general direction of where it goes. Or where they are. And then she goes, "Do you want to go?"
See, I won't be able to right now.
Yes, you can.
I'll start work on the ship. Alright?
You don't even no walk.
I'll work on the ship. Save us time. That way we can get to our destination. You bring back a new friend. Okay?
Okay.
If you guys don't want to split... Yeah, if you guys don't want to split up, I can come with you, but... Like,
what
Zephyr...
do you want to do?
Zephyr's probably going to start on the ship.
Also,
and like...
if you don't go, don't worry, Finn, you're not going to just be doing nothing. I got something for you.
Yeah, no. I don't even mind if I'm doing nothing. It's fine.
At a game, I was offering to dimensional door you there.
Oh, that's... Oh,
yeah,
damn!
That's the way to get there. Just boof.
I mean... Do you, like, say that in-game?
Yeah.
She's not... She said no walk, but like I said, she's not technically smart enough to know exactly what she's doing.
How do you mean no walk?
Boom! There.
Me
Do it
like
for
boom.
Do it for Ingot. You can get there.
Too big.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Me big.
Go ahead. You'll get there soon. Okay, I'll work on the ship. Is that alright with everyone?
At a game,
Mhm.
Fabio would normally stick close to Zephyr, so I don't know if that'll fuck up everybody's day if he stays here, or like, do you prefer just being alone?
I mean, Atlas was basically just saying, like, hey, yo, if you guys all want to go, but you also don't want to lose, like, your camp supplies and materials, and you want to actually, like, continue to get stuff done without being sidetracked, Atlas is going to handle that in the background. That's more so what he's kind of saying and doing.
I think
You don't really need to stay with him, but if you really want to, then by all means go for it. He doesn't care. But yeah, if you want Atlas to go and Zephyr to stay back, again, he doesn't care. It's just Atlas realizes he's expendable to a degree, and he's gonna at least try to get in good graces by working on some stuff.
Right, I was mostly asking towards Finn to see.
Yeah. Valia, how dangerous is the situation?
It's been a couple of men. There were 7 baddies.
Very powerful. And this is kind of like Finn asking, what's the difficulty of this encounter? Like by visual aids?
At most, you can make a martial check, and that's it.
Yeah, I was about to say, using combat prowess from past life.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave you guys in difficult situations.
What is a martial check again?
For you, it would be, I believe, wisdom. Let me make sure. Actually, it might be intelligence. No, it's wisdom. Yeah, it's just a straight roll. No, you had your proficiency bonus, especially as follow. So,
plus
D20
two.
plus 3.
Oh, my proficiency. Brain be slow today.
Oh, good. 20.
You've got this.
It's without the assistance of an outside force, it's pretty clear that the Triceratops, they're probably going to die, or they're going to be taken down eventually. Now, granted, with the forces of yourselves added to the mix, you're not entirely sure exactly how many of these individuals are going to keep coming, but based off of the way the Triceratops are piercing through them, they're definitely formidable opponents for sure. A Triceratops is not a weak individual, but they are struggling. It would be... It'd be kind of like a medium encounter. You don't expect like it'd be like a death-defying sort of thing or a very deadly sort of occurrence, but it also wouldn't be a walk in the park as if you're fighting a couple of like, you know, hyenas or lizards.
It's maybe hard.
So it's like a 3
all
out of
there.
5 if you need a number.
6
Hey,
out of
Fab-
10. Without
Fabio,
big.
Yes, darling.
you're quite good at it. Would you be able to help the Triceratops survive their fight?
I mean, I could, but do we really want to put ourselves in danger like this? We don't even know them. I'm always down to make more friends, but is it worth the risk?
A couple of spiders is nothing compared to us. And with you alongside us, it could be a joke.
I'll start
You
working
flatter
on
me.
whatever it is. If we get it on our side, we might be better off later on. Granted, we don't want to be risking too much, so group decision. I'm fine either way. Navro, what's your vote?
I say we help them.
Talia, you're helping?
Nods.
Ingot,
I think it's just staring off into space.
Big.
you'll get to get a lot of food.
Me like food. Me go. Inga's gonna
Well,
start walking in the direction.
I have no idea which direction I have pointed in. So,
I assume that you point out the right direction. You're fine.
okay. So
Zephyr
fast.
Zephyr walks up to Fabio and puts a heavy paw on his shoulder and look, I've been here long, but you treat them well, okay? Keep them safe. The only reason I'm giving you so much trust isn't Ambrosi. So do us well, okay?
Well, you're right to trust me, of course. But I hate the idea of parting ways with you when we've just met, but I will follow your lead, darling. Whatever you'd like.
Zephyr will put his hand from his shoulder to his cheek and rub it slightly, just feeling the fur before chuckling and... Hey, come back in one piece, okay? I don't want to be the one stitching you up.
Alright, I will, darling.
Make it fast, we've already wasted a lot of time talking.
Alia will hold out her hand to the Sparkle Boy. Or hold out a fist, so that way the mark doesn't touch.
There you go.
She can't hold out either of her hands.
Would it not be better taking Navro first for area of
Oh,
attacks?
you mean to travel, darling? I'm perfectly capable of traveling quite quickly. Don't worry about me.
She'll hand her hand over to Navro.
For which,
I mentioned Dora, I think.
Navro has
Yeah.
perfectly fine movement speed. I mean, it's the same as everybody else's. Yes,
It gets you there instantly, so basically...
Well, keep in
Like-
mind, if you get there instantly, that means people would be... It's more of an out of sort of game thing. If you get there instantly, sure, you'll be there to help out, but you're also still going to be outnumbered. So do you guys come in
true.
as a crew,
Yeah, the-
like as a group, or do you want to, come in one by one?
I
Like
didn't
the
think
towels
about
and
that.
Cleric
tanky.
early.
So Ingot can't go through Dimension Door?
No,
He's too
he's
big?
one size bigger than me.
Yeah, he's large.
Okay.
Unless Navro casts Enlarge on me,
I could
that
cast
is not
Reduce.
happening.
No, I could cast Reduce on
Don't you do that.
Ingot for like a minute and then.
No,
that.
no, don't do that. No,
It will kill you. This has been explicitly stated. Well,
Yeah.
then.
Honestly, okay, is there a range to keep enlarge?
It's like, I don't think so. There's a range to cast it, but after that, they could be any distance, and that'll be fine.
And is there a
basi-
range
it's
to...
basically, guys, because just for the sake of brevity, I don't want to cut you off, but it's basically going to come down to this, like, throughout your discussion. Do you guys want to go in as a group, or do you guys want to go in, like, one by one?
Yeah, that's
that's
the
what
thing.
we-
If we split up like that, like Ingot's gonna get there at the end of the fight. So
Yeah, what we could do is Navro cast enlarge on Myra. I can cast bless on Myra and Ingot on someone else. That way we got two quite sizable units in there at the start, but groups might be better.
I mean, if,
I think, considering that,
assume-
like, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, we're also assuming Navarro knows the exact spell and the requirements required with, like, bare minimum information. It makes sense just to, like, travel as a group, for
That's
brevity's
just-
sake.
yeah.
Yeah, as well, that's like one of the 2 spell slots for our Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
just saying to use it because apparently that mechanized thing is getting corrupted faster than the regular thing. So I was like, I don't know how much time we actually have.
Yeah, that'll
Nav-
make it a
Navarro
bit
would literally just die on contact with, like, a group, though. He has the
Yeah.
defense of a wet paper towel.
Mm. Oh, I was
Fuck.
meaning,
I wasn't gonna bamf us like right into
yeah.
them. I was gonna bamf us like 80 feet away or something.
I was meaning Myra and Ingot going in first. Ingot mostly because he's got high AC and can tank everything, keep the monsters distracted a while.
Technically,
But-
if we're rotating it, I could just fire beams of Eldritch Blast from his shoulder.
So, as I'm getting everything set up, it sounds like you guys are going to be going in as a group. Now, if confirming that, seems like it. All good.
Yeah.
All right.
Fabio's gonna
Fantastic.
jump up and land on Ingot's shoulder and darling, let's go forward into battle.
As this is said and done, you hop onto Ingot's sort of shoulder, and you begin to all trek over towards this, or throughout the sands, and further towards these individuals. Now, as you get closer and closer, the sounds of battle, the screeching of the corruption, the join us begins to get even louder and louder. You hear the sort of robotic, mechanized screams from a Triceratops, similar to kind of how Atlas portrayed them before. But you also hear as the screaming of a normal, flesh-made Triceratops screeches out into oblivion. As you rush over off to the side, this is kind of what you would see looking over. You notice as also I'm a fix and get up with the original thingy, but don't worry, in a minute. As you look over, you see as a couple more of the individuals are beginning to slowly form off into the side. They rush over, beginning to almost make their way over towards the individuals. As they surround them, though, they're beginning to use their pincers and almost pierce their or pierce into their feet and almost keep the Triceratops grounded from moving or swinging off to the side. As they begin to do so, you see as a couple of the Kruthix individuals will begin to jump onto some of the Triceratops and begin to start piercing and almost trying to sever the head of the robotic Triceratops. And with that, as you look over, the battle has ensued, but now your souls have been shackled and your battle is now. With that, the descent, it's time for you all to roll for initiative. Now, here's what we're gonna do. When Finn gets back, I have a little special surprise for him. Alright. Ingot, don't roll. You got already rolled. Alright, 11. Let me grab your token. I'm gonna update it in a minute, because you're gonna still be sparkly for the time being. You cool with that?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Alright, bam, bam, bam. You've seen, bam, bam. Alright, let me mark it in here. All right, everybody. So if you forgot how to do the initiative thingy, it's in the top right of the screen. You go to the sword icon that's a little crossed. If you go there, then you will see the D20 icon. And then let me change your initiative back to 11, Ingot. 11. There you go. Alright, let's roll initiative for these guys. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna roll for Kruthix, and then we're gonna have the Triceratops afterwards.
Wait, Crewfix is here?
Not Kruthix the god, very close name, but Kruthix. Kruthic. And then there's multiple of them, so Kruthix.
Oh, that's what
Not
they're
confusing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, right?
Acrothic.
The Kruthix.
Falia and Fabio. What's up?
Oh, god damn it. Alright. Jakal and Jason, they're gonna go on your initiative. Falia, sound good?
I was gonna leave Jakal behind
Oh,
just
okay.
to torment his brother. No. I am leaving him behind though.
Okay. Good to know, good to know. Alright. Roll initiative.
By the way, my hit dice, my sheet is still only level 6.
Yeah, I haven't been able to import the character stuff, but how much HP are you at right now? I can do everything manually.
I'm at the HP I would be at if I was at 7th level,
Okay.
but that's the only thing.
So
other than that,
just keep in mind you have
spells.
that 4th level spell that you have prepared, and then you can cast anything at 4th level. Just keep that in mind. Alright.
I'll
And that
just
goes for the
adjust
same
his
thing with
HP.
Ingot. Go ahead, Ingot.
I was gonna say, I'll just adjust his HP. I'm now level 7, kind of.
Alright, you got it. I'm level 7 now, put me in, coach. Alright, oh, Finn, here we go. Glad you're here. Alright, Finn, buddy, here's what you get to do. You, get to have a fun, tastical time. You wanna play a Triceratops?
Oh my fucking god, yes!
There you go. Alright, you see this little guy right here? This is you, my friend. Double click
Get
on
me
the
permit. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
Alright, I gotcha. So if I do this, and then I just replace their token art and everything, it should fix itself. Bam. Alright, bam, they're at 80 HP. Alright, see if you can open up their character sheet.
I can.
Alright, perfect.
Nice.
And let me get you back in initiative. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, you roll initiative, buddy.
I always do so bad though.
Hey, man.
Where the fuck is initiative on this thing?
Right there for
oh,
us. Did you see it? Oh, man. Oh, Max Mods, get him! Get him!
I cannot see initiative anywhere.
Top right of the screen, click the sword icon, and you'll see everything.
Oh,
There you go.
it's so different now. Yeah, see, I roll shit. What the fuck?
Bam. Oh, also, if you didn't see chat earlier, Navra,
Oh,
you
what?
did get, not cat, chat.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. But Navra, you did get inspiration from Sammy at the beginning of the session.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, top of the round. Let's do this. Let's see who we got. So we have the likes of Navro going up first, then the Kruthix second, Myra third, and then Ingot fourth. Triceratops is coming in last in the initiative, sadly, but it'll be all good. We look over, and Navro, you see the battlefield ahead. Let's begin combat. What would you like to do?
I'd like to make a martial check on these funny little Kruthic boys.
Yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
Cool.
It's not. I'll say look a little. Not warning. I can't, service announcement. I can't think of the word. Martial checks. They're not necessarily needed for this fight. But if you want to make them, then yeah, by all means.
I just
go
want
for
to
it.
know. Just want to know.
Yeah. All right. So
Roll.
intelligence check.
14.
14. Depends. What were you trying to know?
I want to know how much HP these things have.
Yeah, you could figure that out. Not the exact HP, but you'd know that they have slightly more than 30 HP. On the higher
Okay.
end.
Interesting. In that case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With that, I'm going to. I'm gonna walk up and we can move to here, and to the two Kruthixes that are here.
Mhm.
I target both of them. Can only target one, but the one to the right also gets targeted. I'm going to third level, cast Tasha's Mind Whip, as again 2 of these almost like lightning-like tendrils of yellow energy come from Navro's eyes and latch onto the Kruthixes for a second, and damage and ensnare their minds.
You
So
got
just
it.
Cast
As
that.
this begins to happen, you send the fourth. Let's make some attack rolls or saving throws. So I don't think you have to necessarily target them. Try to target them anyways, just to see if it does stuff. I think I have MIDI enabled. It might be disabled though.
I activated the spell, but it's not like
Oh,
showing up.
That's
or
right.
anything.
So I remember this. This is what happened with Secrets and Valleys. So whenever you cast a spell, either you'll have to, like spells that you have to like roll an attack roll. This so keep this in mind for everybody, all you spellcasters. You will probably have to roll it manually. If not that, you can click on the name and then where is it? No, is it not showing it? Animus showed me this thing. No, I guess it doesn't have it. That was a module of his. So yeah, just gonna have to roll it manually, and then just subtract the spell thingy. We got old
Well,
school
they have to
D&D.
roll. They have to roll. It's them who have to roll.
Okay.
So, so for them, the 2 nearest Kruthixes that are nearest to the Triceratops have to roll int saving throws.
Oh boy. All right.
Wait.
And saving throws. So this is gonna be for the bottom one. Normal. That's gonna be an 11.
Fail.
That will fail. 1 towards the right. Yeah,
Make
he
a
fails.
fail.
All right, so those 2 will be inflicted with the Mind Whip. What happens to them as it is lashed out towards them, Navro?
So, it sort of lashes into their own minds, and they are left perturbed by the things Navro has seen. And they are left. They can only make an action, a bonus action, or movement. They can't do. They can only do 1. They can't take reactions, and they both take 3d6 of psychic damage.
You got it. Roll for that psychic damage, and I will make that noted. We're gonna give
Has 14 points of damage to each of them.
nice. All right, 14 points of damage. All right, Navro, is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
With nothing else to do, I'm gonna leave it there.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Navro, as you come in swinging, but the Kruthix will begin to go. We're going to start at the very, very top end, and then we're going to work our way down. So this individual is going to rush over and start, pretty much like I mentioned before, these 3 are going to start barreling into the, the robotic beast and try to corrupt him. They're going to make a couple attack rolls, specifically 2 stab attacks. It's going to be a roll over here. Alright, first roll, do they make it with advantage? Not yet, they're not positioned for that. 11, oh, let me check their AC, no. Okay, that will miss, second one. 23 will hit, that's gonna be 1 attack. Alright, second guy, 20 will hit, that's gonna be another thing. So 2 attacks. 3 attacks will hit. That one will miss. And make sure I got this right. Oh god, this is weird. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 will hit, and it's sorry about this. Used to doing it automatically. All right, last one. 23 will hit, so that will be 4 hits over towards this individual. And then what is the damage? All right, 46 plus 12. Alright, so 20 points of damage total towards this individual. You'll see as it's almost like Jurassic Park as raptors are rushing over, pouncing and jumping onto them and sort of ripping and tearing, biting into them, stabbing and piercing. It is a terrifying sight. As you notice as the Triceratops is nearly dropped down to its knees and is screaming out in pain in this sort of almost manufactured sort of screeches. As this happens, about almost half of it is almost completely coated and covered in this astral light. Looking over towards these individuals, we'll look over towards these Kruthix. This one is going to rush off to the side and is going to attack the other Kruthix. Same thing. This one is probably actually going to look over towards Navro, towards Ingot, and they're going to actually rush over towards you guys. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's going to rush over towards Navro. First things first, we're going to make the 6 attack rolls for for the Triceratops. We're going to also just roll manually like this way. 60, 20. Right. Okay.
And not 20.
Not 20.
Nice.
Ugh. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, plus 5. So, that's a 15 to hit, Finn.
Pardon? Sorry?
15 to hit the Triceratops.
It hits.
All right.
Armor class 13.
Armor class 13, so 2 of them will hit, 3 of them will hit with the nat 20, and the other 3 will miss. All right, let's roll some damage. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be 9. 46 plus 9. 22 points of damage towards you, Finn, with the Triceratops. You see as they pierce into a bit of its arms, they pierce into its legs, and then immediately reach out to try to swipe and almost take off one of its horns. As they begin to do so, it is a horrendous sight. Now, I think I got one thing wrong, however. Now, with Mind Whip, do they make one attack, or do they get the entire attack action?
Well, they get the attack action, so they get their multiple attacks, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Because if that was the case, that nat 20 ain't happening. None of that happened. Alright, just gotta play it fair. And last attack is gonna be over towards you, Navro, as they're going to reach out and try to make 2 swipes. Alright, first one, it's gonna be a 13 to hit.
I am going to... No chronal shift this round, but you see a kaleidoscopic shield thwack against the pincer as Navro casts shield on himself.
You got it. They will make a secondary attack. Let's see if you are just as fortunate. 14?
Well, since I have it for the next round, neither hit.
Nice. As this happens, they begin to start scratching and tearing towards the arcane wall, but with no effect, that is their turn. We turn towards Falia as you receive initiative, and Ingot, you are next. What you got, Falia?
I was yawning.
That's what you get for staying up all night.
I didn't need to.
You got this.
No,
I believe in you.
I believe.
I don't need to pass these people.
Here, have a sip of this. It'll help.
Delicious.
Oh, okay. Why is it grabbing Jason?
If it does move Jason, I got him.
And she is going to... Which ones were affected in arrow?
This one
Let's do
over
that
towards the
as
north. This is the one right beside him. That one was trying to attack
there
Navro.
two?
Say it again.
Wasn't there two?
No, it
The
was
two that were
These... Yeah.
The Mind Whipped ones were the ones that have a little swirl on their top left corner. The ones that are to the bottom and to the right of the living Triceratops.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to target this one with Charm Monster.
Got it. So, charming the monster. Which one specifically? Are you targeting the Mind Whip one or just the free one?
The free one.
You got it. So as you begin to reach out towards them, you hold a bit of sort of eldritch energy as bits of astral flames begin to slowly start burning up towards them and start warping and twisting their mind. That's going to be a wisdom saving throw on their part. DC of 15. Let's see if they got 14. That's just going to barely make them fail. With that, Falia, you look over towards this individual and their eyes begin to start burning from this blue astral light to this reddish light similar towards yours. As they do so, they are under your will, they are under your control. What command do you issue out towards them?
Gotta get that heavy. Attack your lessers.
As it does so, we'll see as it begins to change its focus completely and begins to lurch and just lunge over towards this individual. With that, Falia, that is your action. You do have a bonus action and a little bit of movement left. Anything else?
I'll activate my form of dread.
Alright, as you begin to do so, you activate the form of dread and begin to slowly change and shift forms, a form of pure fear and frighten. That is your bonus action. I will make sure that it gives you the HP and more. Nope. I gotcha. D10 plus 7. Alright, anything else for you, Falia?
No.
You got it. So 13 temp HP is added to your health bar. Next up, we go over towards Ingot. Afterwards, we have the Nazgul Triceratops. Then we got Fabio. All right, let's see what we got. Ingot.
Ingot's gonna do the complicated fighting maneuver.
I like it. I like it. Hit them with the stick. Let's go. Swing the sword and break their will.
And I'll be using Lacerate. Yay, Lacerate.
Let's go. So that's going to be an extra D8 of bleeding damage at the end of all of the attacks.
Okay. Attack, I think?
Yeah, it's kind of like you hit the button and then you go into the chat and you hit like attack.
Yes. I think.
So, 15. As you begin to swing over towards the individual, you hit them, but you notice as they're sort of made not necessarily just out of flesh. It seems to be they have steel, almost like metal, like armor plating onto them. That is not going to hit with a 15, but you do have a secondary attack.
Attack.
12. Unlucky. The same sort of thing. You swing forth again and you're not able to pierce through the legs of the steel. You're having a little bit of trouble aiming and keeping them still as they are very, very fast targets and you're a very hulking and large individual. Ingot, that says, is that your turn?
Action Surge.
Let's go. 2 more swings. These things are very, very tough opponents AC-wise.
1.
Ah! No! 22,
Hey, we got one.
We got one. Alright, 22 will hit. Roll a roll damage, and then we're also gonna add an extra D8 to that. 5 points of slashing damage. Oh man.
You gotta change your dice, my dude.
Nah, they're perfect as they are.
6 more points of damage. As this happens, you'll see as you begin to swing over towards them. And this point, you strike into them, almost completely bludgeoning them with the sheer brute force of the sword. As they're a little bit battered, you also notice as they're bleeding profusely this astral liquid. Ingot, that said, is that your turn or anything else for you?
Let me quickly double check what the thing I just got for level 7 is. I think it's an action, but I'll double check if it's a bonus action. Yeah, that's all I have.
Alright, you got it. Next up in initiative then is the Nazgul Specialties Triceratops. Alright, this individual is going to, oh boy. They're going to just start stomping around like a madman and just start eviscerating fools. There's going to be an attack roll towards this guy over towards the northeast. It's going to be a Stomp Attack. Actually, no, they can't move. They are surrounded. 17. Oh man, that's gonna be just below their AC. You see as they begin to try to stomp onto the individuals, and you'll notice as one of them just begins to jump onto them, latching themselves onto their form and their torso. That is the Triceratops' turn. Next up we have Fabio's. Afterwards we have Finn, your turn next. Fabio, what you got for us though?
Question. Which one is now under Myra's control?
You got it. It is this one over here. Let me mark that.
That one. Okay.
I'll mark it with, I don't know. I'll mark it with this.
Okay. I thought it was that one. Okay. In that case, that one's not gonna attack. No. Yeah, fuck it. Fabio's just gonna go forward a step. If I can just select token instead of okay. Go forward a step to be a little bit closer, and he is going to kind of scratch in his ear a little bit and start pulling out a kind of gossamer strand of kind of silver and purple out of his ear, and like, okay.
Oh man.
Okay, very good. Huh, wonderful. And kind of like as if he was flinging a spaghetti onto the wall, he's gonna quickly go fling, 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 fling at the 3 Kruthiks that are in the vicinity, casting Bane on them.
Nice. Hell yeah, we love Bane. So that is a charisma save? It's been a while since someone's casted Bane.
I don't know if I should target?
Nah, it won't matter. So I gotcha. So that is, make sure I got this right. That's on this one over here, correct?
Yes.
And
So
this one
on,
over here as well.
One, that one, and the one that's in front of Navarro as well.
You got it. All right, this is one, or this is gonna be for the one towards the left. Yeah, he fails. All right, this is gonna be the one towards the right of the Triceratops.
Do they get disadvantage? Oh, okay, never mind.
Wow, disadvantage for what? There's still one last thingy.
Mind sliver.
Oh, nah. But the last one over towards Navarro. 13, I believe that still fails, correct?
Yep, that fails.
And with
So
that, they
DC
are
14.
all baned. Good stuff, Fabio. Good
So
stuff.
Awesome. So if they make an attack roll or a save and throw, the targets must roll a d4 and subtract the number from attacks and saving throws.
Yeah, it's gonna be
specifically.
rough for them. Good lord. It's basically gonna get rid of their bonus entirely. All right, Fabio, that is your action. You do have a bonus action and movement. As you see, as the individuals their movements begin to get slower. They begin to start screeching out, looking over towards you, realizing you cast the spell, but they already have their hands tied. What you got for us?
Yeah, so I'm imagining that the string kind of caught on like their bony elbows and their their feet and their legs and like kind of like is getting them stuck together so they can't do much of anything.
Nice.
And he'll just go, very well, darlings. We're here to help you. Do not worry.
And with that,
And that's gonna be it.
Fabio, that is your turn. We head over towards Fiend the Triceratops. What are you doing, my boy?
Rearing back with a roar, he's gonna start charging. And moving up, he's going to make a charge attack against this guy right here.
You got it. This one's, they already used their action. This one used their action, and this
They
one's charged.
cannot use
They
it.
can't do anything.
Yeah.
You're good.
They can't use reaction, yeah. So, make a Stomp Attack. Do I have to target anymore?
Nah, I think it's just you hit the button and it goes
Okay.
through. I'll do it manually.
They'll have to make a DC saving throw. If it hits, this is normal. Oh, hell yeah.
So they will succeed on the trampling charge, but they're definitely getting hit with a gore attack. So, 27 points of damage. Jesus! That's gonna definitely leave a mark as you nearly just eviscerate and cleave the individual in two with the massive horns, almost sending them flying. With that, is there anything else that happens with the trampling charge?
That's everything. I'm
Wait,
pretty sure.
hold on. No. So if the target is... Oh, I see. They make a certain saving throw or be knocked prone, and if they get knocked prone,
Yeah.
then you get to stomp on them. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, really? I didn't know you can make a bonus action stomp. Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta knock them prone first, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as this begins to happen, you pierce into them. Anything else you're kind of doing or kind of flavoring that the Triceratops wants right now?
The Triceratops is kind of just, you can tell he's trying to protect his friend. You know, it looks like a friend. It's a friend, right? It's just got a weird, fashion choice.
Easy peasy. As this is sort of
That's my
happening,
turn.
this individual's on death's door, but that will be his go. Navarro, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
You see Navarro hop into the air with multicolored lights disappearing and then appearing on top of Ingot, and like from a 3-point pose, looking up, pointing his finger, and he's going to cast Firebolt on the Kruthik that was right in front of him before.
You got it.
So that is a d20 plus 9 for the attack roll. That's not enough.
No, man. You do have inspiration if you want to use it, though.
For a cantrip,
Fair.
I'll leave it here.
All right. So as you begin to
Yeah.
try to fire off towards them, you see as though they're fast, that armor, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get through that armor. As it takes the blow, it begins to heat up a little bit of the metal and steel, but that is it. So that is your action. You used your bonus action, I assume, to cast Misty Step, or?
Yep.
Okay.
I did. And as well, if I can, could I make a martial check with the Nazgul Triceratops?
You can. This is going to be an intelligence check.
Sure.
And what are you trying to know as well? You still might get it with a 9. It just depends on what.
My thing was going to be... Now, it's kind of weird, and it's a homebrew thingy, but I was gonna try and see, like, what CR would it have been? Or at least, how much higher would it have been than the Triceratops? Which we know is, like, kind of a mid-level.
I won't give you the number, but it wouldn't have been, like, that crazy. It would have been kind of the same realm or tier, but nothing too wild, but definitely a higher CR.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's my turn, then.
All right. So, Nabro, that is your go. Also, Myra, you have received inspiration from chat, specifically from Kane. All right.
Thanks, Kane.
Let's do this. So, Kruthiks are gonna go. They're gonna start making some attack rolls. 2 of them are gonna go to, 4 of them are gonna go towards the or Nazgul Specialties bot. We're just gonna roll 4d20 here. All right. God damn, me and these 20s. What the fuck is going on? All right. So that's going to be 14. That will hit. 8 plus that 5. That will miss. Not 20 hits. 12 plus that 5 will just barely hit. So that's going to be 3 attacks. Hitting. So 1, 2, 4, and then 9 attacks. 27 more points of damage towards this individual as they begin to strike and tear into him more and more. You see as now their horns are falling off, bits of their eyes are starting to sort of flicker from that of a sort of orangish light to more of an astral light as they're slowly fading, and it's happening almost at a rapid and gained sort of pace from what it originally started as. Finn, this individual is going to try to strike over towards you because you just trampled it, and it does not appreciate that.
Okie dokie, boss.
Alright, there's gonna be a Stomp Attack. 20. Oh, I was like, I better not roll another fucking 20. That's gonna be a 16 and a 19. Both of them will hit. So it's gonna be 2d6 plus 3, or 2d6 plus 6. It's gonna be 14 points of damage over towards you. I said that is their turn over there. This individual. This one is charmed, so I'm gonna So, I'll let you choose. Folio, which one do you want it to attack? If you had a choice.
What's its movement?
It's very fast. You don't have to worry. It's 40 feet.
I have it attack this one.
You got it. All right, it's going to rush over towards this individual over here. And it's going to make some attack rolls. It's going to swing. Normal. Actually, it does have advantage now because it is charmed. Because it has pack tactics, as it's now on your side. Now that it's sort of positioned itself a little bit better. 19 will hit. It's going to be only 4 points of damage. Not the greatest, but it'll have to do. That will be. Second attack. Oops. Advantage. That's a natural 20. A nat 1 and a nat 20. What are these volatile dice that I have? I don't know what the fuck's going on. But it's gonna be some damage. 9 points, not bad, not bad. You'll see as the individual begins to rush over and just using its kind of legs first, it rushes over and just begins to start piercing and jabbing into the individual. That is his go. Next up, last but not least, we have these 3. This one's going to attack Ingot. This one's going to attack Ingot, and the last one's going to attack Folio. All right.
That one's the friend.
No, not this one. Not this one. The one that was her friend ran over and did the attack. But it can't do either of those things because guess what? Mind Whip says fuck you. So all they can do is move. That will be their turn. But this one's going to attack Ingot regardless. Also, Pete, do they make their saving throws at the end of their turn?
I think it's only for the 1 round. Let me check. Just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on its next turn, so it doesn't have that anymore.
You get it.
They're fine for now.
It's going to be a 23 and a 24 because of the pack tactics Ingot, so we're going to see how much damage you take.
Minus 1d4 for Bane.
That's actually true, and it with Ingot's AC, that might be able to save it. Cat, if you want to roll...
I protect my friend!
Cat, roll a d4, my friend.
I keep my promises!
Oh boy. 3, that's a 20 to hit Ingot.
My AC should be at. Sorry, mine's a bit fucky. I think 20.
Is it? Ooh.
I mean, I could if I have the other the bloody +2 thing active, it wouldn't. But I haven't actually specified for ages, and I keep forgetting about the movements. So.
That's fair. What do you? It's your little stance thingy, and I think I remember what it has.
Yeah, it halves my move speed, so
I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
I think, personally, Ingot's always sort of like throughout the entire campaign, and you as a player, you've always specified as Ingot being an unstoppable force, all like focusing on tanking rather than doing damage. I could assume that you'd probably have the 22 AC active, or like the higher defenses active rather than doing damage. I think so. Anybody else like disagree or anything like that?
I feel once he gets into personality, he would automatically go into sword stance.
Yeah. So, I will give you that one. I'll give you that one.
I have 21 AC then.
All right, 21 AC, you got it. So with that, the 20 will miss. All right, Cat, roll another D4. You have to roll a 4 for this one to miss. All or nothing. God damn! Don't tell her the odds. Don't tell her the odds. With that, Bane will come in clutch. I told you guys, fucking take Bane. Why does no one take Bane?
I protect my friends. I told him I was gonna try to protect him, and I did.
Good stuff. So what does this kind of look like, Fabio, as you're able to deflect and stop the blows?
So it's this gossamer thread that originally it just impaired their movement, and as they move and try to like kind of get out of it to be able to attack, it kind of snakes around their not wrists but legs, claws, whatever they're using.
Whatever they're using, pincers.
and kind of pulls their limbs back as they're trying to attack Ingot.
You got it. And as that happens, that will be their entire turn. Next up, we have Falia, then we have Ingot, then we have the Triceratops. All right, what you got for us, Falia?
The one who just approached me. Screaming to taste the first bite of my blade.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
See if I can find said blade.
Sure you got it. Oh yeah, the Frostbrand Greatsword. Putting it into work.
And I am in form of dread.
18 is their AC. That'll hit. Alright.
That's with an extra d6 because of form of dread making an attack roll.
You got it.
I already had it. No.
No, I did not.
Shouldn't that be 2d6 for the frost damage, or is it just 1d6?
No. The frost damage is 1d6.
Okay.
And then extra 2 points of damage from that one. So with one massive arcing swing, you see as the astral blood that begins to fall into the ground, it slowly freezes over from the frozen Nodachi blade from the Oni. That is only your first strike. You do have a second strike, but I will make their wisdom saving throw or be feared of you. Alright. 11? Yeah, they're definitely scared. They are terrified right now. Oh, man, they're Bane, they're slivered, they're frightened. It's a rough day for them. A 7, that one will not hit. Do you got any inspiration you want to use or anything?
Yeah, I did get an inspiration. I'll use it.
Alright, make another attack roll then. Oh my god. That one's not going to do it. So you swing, and this time you will notice as the individual begins to almost put up a sort of X block using its sort of claws and more, as it's able to try to defend itself in the blow. That is your action. You do have a bonus action, though.
Don't know if I actually have any bonus actions.
Also, don't forget Jason as well. We didn't do his turn last time.
He is a bonus action. I believe he can do that.
Yeah, he should be able to rush over from there.
Okay. And he's gonna sprint, blade in hand, and he's gonna charge at them and try to pierce them with his little short sword.
You got it. Make an attack roll for me.
I would love to, except he has no items. Oh, there he is.
Does Yeah, it should be right there. 13. Oh man, AC is too hard to get through. 13. You try to strike into him. However, the same sort of thing that Ingot, or same problem that Ingot was sort of running into. You're not able to pierce through their defenses. All right, Myra or Folia, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Next up in initiative, we have the Ingot. Then we have the Triceratops. Then we have Fabio. All right, what you got for us, Ingot?
I may have spaced out a bit. I'm gonna hit one with a stick.
You got it. Go for it.
Outstanding maneuver.
Outstanding. But got always another attack to try again.
Just gotta quickly reread a bloody feature. Oh god. I have so many things in my passive abilities. What's it called? Tavern Brawler, I think it is, because are there any rocks close to me? Cactus? Something.
Yeah, there's a giant cactus beside you, and there's also a couple of rocks just nearby anyways.
Can I for my second attack grab the big ass cactus and just bonk this thing on the head?
Sure thing, go for it. Make an attack roll. We'll say it's with your long sword and all that. And then we'll see what happens. 11.
Unfortunate.
Oh, man, you swing with the likes of the cactus, and though it is a very big weapon, it seems to be that you push them back a little bit, sending them forward or sending them flying a little bit, but nothing to really do much of any damage. You're just able to create a little bit more space before you and the enemy. With that, Ingot, that would be your turn, unless you want to do anything as a bonus action or movement.
Walk at them menacingly.
Right. Fair enough. All right, Ingot, that is your turn. Next up, we have the Triceratops. Then we have Fabio. Then we have Finn on the Triceratops. All right, this individual is surrounded to no end, but they're going to keep on swinging as much as they possibly can. Also, why did you... Oh, whoops. I see why. Let me fix that. All right. And we're good to go. All right, next up, let's see. So they're going to make an attack roll towards this individual. They're going to try to clear out as much as they can. Yeah, all right. They'll make a gore attack towards this individual. Let's hope that they can actually hit. Or actually, not a... Yeah, fuck it. They'll make a gore attack. 17, they keep just barely getting right below their AC. That's not going to do it. They swing, and it is a miss. But Fabio, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
So he's gonna... just go over... Screw it. Still focusing on the Bane. He's gonna look at is there one that looks like extra bloodied?
That would probably be the one over here, or the one that Fabio, the one that Folia is dealing with right here.
Okay. Well, he wants to help him get so. He's gonna just throw out, take his flower out and blow on it as a cloud of glitter shoots forward and hits. That one looks like it's having a bad day. It's gonna hit this one.
Mm-hmm. And what spell is that gonna be?
That's gonna be a Sacred Glitter.
Nice. All right, that's gonna be a Dexterity saving throw for them. So let's see. Dexterity saving throw. That's a 6. That's gonna fail. Roll 2d8 for me.
Thanks.
9 points of damage, not bad. As this begins to happen, the glitter flows over towards them, begins to almost cling towards them, and begins to almost burn their skin alive with the blessings of Ambrosi. All right, Fabio, anything else for us?
He's oh, that just died. What's the like? How much of a like? Is there a slope in the terrain right now, or is it like all flat?
There is a little bit of a incline that you guys would be going upwards towards. It's not all flat.
Okay, so the incline is like the highest point is where the two Triceratops are?
Yeah, you're going up towards them right now.
Oh, okay. That's not gonna work then. In that case, I can't see shit. Alright. Can I just, use my bonus action to look at the one that's in front of Myra and say, "Oh yes, you'll become delicious barbecue tonight." Trying to distract, help scare him, or just flavor. I don't care.
I mean, shit, man. They're fucking frightened. They're baned. Their mind is being racked with pain. Fuck it, make an intimidation check. Or persuasion, either your choice, to be fair.
Okay.
What's another status effect onto them?
You said intimidation or
Persuasion.
persuasion. Which one's better? It sounds more intimidating, so even though it's not my best one, intimidation.
Fair enough.
Where we learn that Fabio has expertise in intimidation plus fucking 11.
Well,
what did I?
you see?
The dice know. The dice know.
Scary kitty.
This one's big. Yeah. Alright. Fabio, as you begin to do so, you'll see as the corruption begins to say, "Oh, no, leave us." And as this begins to happen, yeah, this one's gonna fucking cut and run. Yeah. Alright, Folly and Jason, you get attacks of opportunity. And while this one does that, I rolled a sort of D100 as well. This one's also going to cut and run, realizing that this is not necessarily going the greatest of, or this is not really one of the greatest situations for them. Ingot, you do get an attack of opportunity as well, as they're gonna cut and run. 17. Do you have advantage on frightened creatures or no?
That was Myra.
I know.
Oh,
I
sorry.
have no idea. I believe so, but I don't want to say for certain if I'm not positive myself.
I'll look it up. Go ahead, Seth.
Can I smack it with the cactus?
Sure.
I think I'm hitting the right one. Outstanding maneuver.
Oh my god. I don't believe you do, so I think it's just a straight roll. Yeah, they will be. Wait, shadows, maybe. No. Yeah, it is just a straight roll. So you both swing, but sadly they are just too fast, barely out of your reach. That will be their go. Fabio, anything else for you, or is that your turn?
No, he's just chilling.
All right, Triceratops. We got. What you got, Finn?
Well, I'm looking around. He's going to bolt this way. And, yeah, he's going to get an opportunity to attack if they want.
They will definitely take it. It's going to be a stab. As they look over and just try to slash towards your legs, 16 will hit. It's going to be 9 points of damage as they slash over towards a tendon. It's not good, but you're still alive and up.
And I'm going for a stampede gore kind of thing. It'll be here. And he is going to do a trampling charge.
You got it.
If I can.
Make an attack roll with the charge. Let's see what you got.
That'll be gore. They have to save a strength saving throw.
16. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. You swing forth with all your sort of might and try to use all your velocity and speed, but you'll notice as the individuals are you're having a little bit of trouble, or the Triceratops is having a little bit of trouble on hitting the actual other beast or hitting the enemies in the process. or you hesitate for a second, and you're not able to put enough damage and force behind it to do actual mechanical damage. Anything else that the Triceratops can do, or is that their go?
That will be everything. Yeah.
Alright. That said, next up in initiative, we have Navro. Afterwards, we have the Kruthix as well. What you got for us, Navro?
Alright. I know that martial checks aren't super necessary, but like I just want to know stuff about these creatures, about the stuff around us.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the Kruthix, for this martial check, I want to know: are these native creatures that are like normally just like a thing in the Expanse, or are these specifically corruption creatures?
Yeah. All right, make a martial check to see if you can discern any hints in the midst of battle. 24. Looking over towards them, looking at their sort of, their kind of, just their appearance, what is kind of, you would imagine it could be used for. These pincers, the way they carry themselves, these are individuals that could be, well, capable at burrowing, diving into the sands, diving into caves, rocks, and more. This or that said, they would probably be native to the Forbidden Expanse. However, noticing their corrupted forms, these individuals, you've dealt with the corruption long enough to know that they're not capable of causing cosmic death, so they're on the weaker scale. They're more so tainted with the corruption, meaning they could be untainted if you could figure out a way how, but I don't think anybody's figured out a way how to untaint them. So,
Okay.
There
Good
you
to
go.
know. Good to know. As I'm still on top of Ingot, I'm gonna like kind of hop around and to where Ingot's sword is, and gliding my hand over it. Arcane, phantasmagorical energy surrounds it. And I'm gonna cast Magic Weapon on his sword as it starts to glow.
Nice.
You'll need a little bit of help. And in the same one motion of gliding my hand over, finger point, and I'm going to do another fire bolt onto this adult Kruthix.
You got it. Go for it. Attack roll.
Spell, and then 5. Oh, it's just a d20 plus 9. That
9.
is 18.
18. That will hit. Roll some damage.
Very cool. That is 2d10.
3d10. Come on, big money. Oh no!
My God.
Not the coveted double ones. Oh god.
Snake eyes. Snake. Hey, it's damage.
It is
It's
damage.
damage.
Every bit counts.
It's free. It's free. It's a cantrip. No spell slots to use.
Oh man.
But
One
but
bolt
with
of
that,
damage for each eye.
but with that, that's my turn.
You got it. All right, Navro, that is your turn. Now, the Kruthix, these guys are they're gonna fuck off and run away, as I mentioned before, because they are terrified of Falia and Fabio. They are having nothing to do with this. And as you see as they do so, you would notice as they're rushing into an astral mist, kind of washing around the area, kind of similar to what you guys dealt with when it came to the Oni. That's kind of what they're rushing into. Now, as we're looking over to here, these individuals, they are going to continue fighting, tearing, and destroying these, these Triceratops. It's going to be actually 2 attacks towards the Flesh Triceratops. This one's going to get an attack of opportunity. Actually, no, it's still in its form, or in its range. And the other 2 are going to fight the mechanical one. Alright.
Is it in this room?
The other 2 would not be fighting the mechanical one because that one's charmed.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. So it's only going to be 1. It's going to be a stab attack. Hiya! It's going to be 2 of them specifically. Natural 20. Ugh. And then second one.
Are you sure that's not in range? Or that's in range? It's
Yep.
oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's that little corner thingy.
Yeah.
Normal, so that 10 will miss, but we're going to roll damage for a crit. It's going to be 9 points of piercing damage to this guy. He is on death's door. You notice as the individual is almost completely corrupted. Also, Ingot, you have been given inspiration from Showcase. Alright, that is their turn. Next up, we're going to make some attack rolls with pack tactics involved. It's going to be 40-20 for the first set of attacks. 18, and then a 8 plus 5 at 13 for the second one. Would a 13 hit, Finn?
Just.
Gotcha. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 6, 14 points of damage. As it begins to again start piercing and starting to stab directly into the eyes, you are almost completely dead. This last Kruthix is going to go. I'm going to roll 40-20 because of pack tactics. Oh god. That's going to look like a bunch of hits. So that's going to be another 2d6 plus 6. Alright, okay, I rolled it right. 15 more points of damage. You are nearly slain and killed. You'll see as the Kruthix are now, they're not necessarily just, however, biting and tearing into you and slashing. You would notice as the Kruthix, they are actually piercing in and slowly pulling themselves inside the likes of the Triceratops. You'll notice as with each wound, they're almost festering and burrowing inside into them as they slowly begin to corrupt the Triceratops off to the side. That is their turn. This one over here, he is baned. He is going to make an attack roll with a minus a d4. 2 attacks. Stab. He definitely misses. Stab. He definitely misses. All right. Those two.
Did this one attack?
Which one? Oh, no, the charmed one did not attack. It's gonna make an attack roll towards this one. It's gonna be with advantage because of pack tactics. 17 will just barely miss. One more time. 16 will barely miss. 2 strikes, but it's not as fortunate as the last time. That is their turn. Folia, round 3 and get round 3. But Folia, you are up first. What you got for us?
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on this fucker.
Got it. As you begin to get your hands course with Eldritch energy, it materializes into a ray and a beam. You fire it off. Let's see if you can attack him. Oh, that's going to be 2 of them. 24 is going to do it. So let's roll for the second one. $20 will both hit. So 24 and 20, roll damage for both. Oh, brother. Oh, God. 3
It's
points.
not over, because Form of Dread.
Ooh, that's true.
Another 10. 10. What is this?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know.
You've stolen all the nat 20s. And
I
shit
don't
today.
want it. Please take it away. I don't
Sensei,
want this
change
shit.
your dice.
Bro, this is the same dice I've used at the beginning of the campaign. And fun fact, they're ice themed.
Yeah, change your dice. They're fucked.
I don't know what to do, man. I'm trying. Oh,
Look
boy.
at that bullshit.
So, that said, who were you attacking with these Eldritch Blasts?
This fucker.
You got it. 8 or so. 1, a 2, and a 3. They are still standing, but they are definitely bloodied now. As you fire both blasts, the Eldritch strikes into them. You do have a bonus action, though.
Oh, my son. Charge him.
What sort of attack? Come on, Jason. Let's see what you got.
God
Whoa.
damn it.
No. Oh my god. Not many people have been able to roll above a 10 this entire fight. It's just been very, very unlucky. Alright. So, with that, Myra, that is your turn, correct?
I'll move forward and end my turn in defense mode.
You got it. Ingot, now you have your magic, or you have a magic weapon onto your sword. What does that mean, Pete?
It's magic, for one, and has a +1 to attack and for damage.
Oh.
Alright, so I add a +1 to your rolls after the fact. But let's make some attacks first.
Okay, Ingot's gonna spice it up a little. Ingot's gonna crawl on top of the cactus and jump off and do a leap strike.
Alright, as you begin to do so, you have them surrounded. You see as the individual fuck it. I mean, to be fair, you're a massive fucking mushroom. Jason has it surrounded. This individual's baned, and you're about to jump on top of it. I'll give you advantage. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
25, that's what we like to see. Oh god.
You missed a natural one.
Alright. That's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage plus another one because the thingy. It's gonna be 10 points. That is gonna be nearly enough to cleave them entirely. As you begin to do so, you do have a secondary attack. Make another roll. Yeah.
Oh, I'll just pretend the other one didn't happen.
14.
Unfortunate.
That's
15.
enough. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. You strike over towards them, and this time you see as you basically have completely crushed it into the ground with the one single strike. The second one, as you begin to try to finish it off by decapitating it, it is still holding on by a thread. Alright, Ingot, is that your turn?
Was the second one meant to be advantage or just the first?
Just the first one.
I believe that's my turn. Sorry, I gotta double check my things. Yeah, that's my turn.
Got it. Next up in initiative, we have the Triceratops. They're going to swing as much as they can. They're going to try to... they'll try to finish off the guy to the south and try to clear the numbers if they can. Maybe they'll be able to hit something? Who knows? Or attack. They've rolled only 17s. I'm not even... Hold on, I'm gonna see something. Never mind. Alright, cool. Fantastic. Plus 9 to hit, only rolled 8s. That's cool. Or that's
Sensei,
sick.
fuck your dice. Fuck your dice, Sensei.
I don't know what to say. I don't even know. This is ridiculous. Fabio, you receive initiative. What you got for us? You see as the Triceratops is sort of screaming out, and you'll actually hear as it begins to speak in something that's very much unsettling probably to you, Fabio, as you would hear as it just says, "Help! Help me!" As the robotic Triceratops says that, what do you do?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Looking at Ingot and the one that's practically dead there. Okay, they're fine. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. And
Hype yourself
Fabio
up.
Fabio will start Jack Sparrow running towards the Triceratops. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's gonna go around the Nazgul specialty Triceratops, because even though the mission was to save these creatures, he is not sure about that whole deal. So he's gonna use his feline agility to double his movement speed and get all the way here.
Is that a thing they have?
Yeah.
Really good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tabaxi are really good.
That's why
I
the whole
know.
Tabaxi monk thing is like that.
I
Is why it's
see
the
it
meme.
now.
Yeah.
I see it now. Holy shit.
It's ridiculous.
You just
It's-
double your movement speed, whatever the hell it is. It's great.
Yep.
Is that is that free or is that like a bonus action?
It's free.
It's a free action. It's free, but
It's free?
I have to not move for a turn to be able to do it again. But like it's pretty fucking powerful.
Still
That's
fucking
still
insane.
really good. Yeah.
So I just moved 55 feet
Mm-hmm.
to get next to this guy, and he's gonna bring his hand forward and I got you, friend. Hold on. And as he's gonna cast, yeah, this guy needs it, so I'm gonna cast.
Yeah, he's roughed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's... Yeah, let's go for it. 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Nice, the good stuff.
If I could just find... There you go. Cure Wounds. Cast at 3rd level. Let's fucking go. Oh, and I have to roll it myself, right?
Yes. That's gonna be 3d8 plus 3. And I will add that to your health, Finn. And Finn is gonna be your turn next. Afterwards, it's gonna be Navros.
3d8.
These
Plus
dice
something.
rolls!
You'll have plus something.
It's gonna be a total of 10 HP, but man, as you begin to do so, it's more so you're a little bit off put by whatever the heck happened with that sort of robotic Triceratops, and it kind of throws you off long enough to not necessarily focus on the healing magic of Ambrosi for a time. Bobby, that
I'm
is
guessing
your
there's
action.
stomping feet and all that.
Yeah,
and
you're kind of like
get out of the way.
rushing into the battlefield, like in the front lines, somehow making your way in. All right, so Fabio, is that your turn?
And he's gonna say, "Good luck, friend," and just take a step away because he moved 55 feet, but he still has technically 5 feet, and he's just gonna jump a little farther away from these nasty cruthics.
You got
That's
it.
his turn.
Triceratops' turn, then it's Navros. What you got for us, Finn?
Fabio could see like the slight droplets of tears in its eyes, and it recognizes the help and tries to rear up and stamp down on. Well, not stamp. It'll probably rear up and go for a gore on the adult crewfix that has the least health. So that's going to be a gore. Let's hope I.
There we go. 18 is what you need.
Fucking hell.
There we go. Oh man, nothing but below 10s, but that 9 plus 9 was able to do it. 25 points of piercing damage. Hey, how do you want to fucking eviscerate this guy? Completely cleaving and doubling their amount of health right now.
Could I test something? So, when I gore, could I almost swing it to the right? Seeing as I got so much damage.
Roll a D100.
Yeah, I loved.
Fuck you. Go for it.
Yay! So what do I do?
Alright, just make another attack roll.
Oh fuck yeah, thank you, mate.
Alright, yeah, alright. Here's what we'll do. We'll make a compromise. You're not gonna roll the same damage, but we're gonna have all that damage that would have went to that guy, we're gonna have it transfer over to this individual. Keep it
That's
full fair.
all I wanted.
You got
So
it.
basically, what you see the Triceratops rear up, and with its one big horn that the other one's kind of broken off, it will swing down, catch the other one, and the horn will tear through, and with all that momentum, it will skewer the other one.
As you do so, you see as the individual begins to completely disperse into an astral light and astral sparkles and glitter. They are finished and defeated. But the second individual you'll see as it's pierced up amongst your horn, it seems to be almost trying to flail about, trying to reach and claw towards your head, your face, and ripping out your other eye, but is not able to do so. With that, that is your turn. Oh boy. They are... okay. Yeah, that one's finally done. Finally reached to halfway. Let's do this. I've been waiting for this to at least get halfway down. Saving throw, wisdom saving throw. Alright. Alright, cool. Cool. Fantastic. You have disadvantage, motherfucker. You are nearly dead. Alright, he is poised to stay in the fight. And yep. Oh, one more. Wisdom save. Okay, cool. You look over and Fabio, you with your passive insight, same thing with you, Navarro. You look over towards the individuals and they see as now this is sort of going not necessarily their way. Their motivations, it's starting to shift. It's starting to change. They're not necessarily fleeing, but they have their goal and they look over towards the Triceratops. You notice as all their attention is focused onto them, and they're just gonna start ripping and tearing them, making them join their forces, and then possibly fleeing. You would be able to figure that out with your passive insights. All right. That is their next goal. All right, next up in initiative, we have Navro. What you got for us?
So while I'm on top of Ingot, I'm gonna swing by to like as close as I can to the Triceratopses. Can I do this?
Mm-hmm.
I can. Yeah, I don't need to martial check. There's nothing really to. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to press 2 fingers to my lips, and I'm going to cast tongues. And with that, I'm going to say to both of them in their heads.
The Triceratops or the corruption thingies?
The 2 Triceratopses.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So, like, I'm gonna say it like once, but I'm saying it to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, we're on your side. Just keep your will strong. And they hear another voice that says, "Yeah, the cavalry's fucking come for you guys. Let's go."
What the fuck is this guy?
And that'll be my turn.
You got it. As you begin to say this, they will look over for a second, confused that you are able to speak and understand, as they will look and say, "Oh, we're trying." The other one will kind of hear that sentence, and it will repeat it immediately, but it has a sort of automated tone towards it. It says it the exact same way, but just robotic-y in nature, similar to how Atlas did. It is quite terrifying, but very interesting to say the least, as it's mimicking the actual life form. But Navro, that's your turn, correct?
Including the cavalry is here?
No, it doesn't mimic what Navro says, it mimics what the other Triceratops said.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was going to say the cavalry was here, but...
No. Alright, so that's it. Kruthik's turn, then we got Falia's. Alright, this one's going to strike out towards you, Fiend. It's gonna be 2 attacks. Hiya! I stab him. I think that hits.
Yeah.
I think that misses.
No!
There we go. 5 points of damage. You are still up and at him. If it wasn't probably for that heal, you might have been dead, my friend.
Yep. I would have been on 1 health otherwise.
Yep. As you begin to, or you see the individual striking and tearing, you see as they're just ripping more and more of that wound and sort of entering into you. As this happens, we're gonna go over towards this guy. They are going to begin to make 2 attack rolls with 1 attack roll, because this one's charmed by Falia. All right, it's gonna be. I'll just roll it 2d20, make it simple. Yeah, they both missed. All right, cool. You see as they try to strike into him, but that little bit of bolstering resolve, that little bit of aid and help that you were able to send towards them, Navro, that was enough to keep them to keep defending. All right, that is their turn. This one's gonna get 2 attacks to the face, as they're gonna make it with advantage. It's gonna be 4 attacks. So we're just gonna roll 4d20. That's at 4. Really low. 10, it's gonna be 15. Nah, it's not gonna be enough to do it. Even with the advantage, they'll strike into them, but they're not able to land and make purchase with their attacks. That said, Falia, you are up. What? Alright, hold on 1 second. I almost forgot this one. Yeah, this guy over here, he's gonna run away. So that's gonna be Ingot and Jason, you guys get attacks of opportunities. Navro, you would get an attack of opportunity. You're on. I'll give you that. That's a quarterstaff. It's pretty long if you want to bonk him up the head. You can bonk him.
There is a potential that I will literally do 0 damage.
He only.
Fuck yes!
You'd be surprised. He'd be surprised.
Now, unfortunately, I'm using tongues, which is concentration, so you don't get a +1.
Ingot. Oh, no, never mind. Ingot's got a nat 20. Yeah, Ingot, how do you want to kill him? They have 1 HP.
Can I say I bonk him with the cactus and then use the tavern brawl feat to grab the corpse?
Yes, sir, you can. As you bonk them with the cactus on top of their head, almost like a cartoon, you see as they go further and further into the sand, immediately you grab them with one of your free hands and pick them up with the tavern brawler feet. They are grappled, or the corpse is now yours. All right, I'll mark them dead. Good stuff.
Outstanding maneuver.
All right, certified fighter moment. That is your turn over there. Falia, what would you like to do?
Eldritch Blast.
You got it. Send 2 strikes. 11's not going to do it, but you do have a second one. 25's going to do it. There we go. Make an attack roll. Or damage roll. 5 plus an extra d10 because the one thingy. 8 points. And who's that going towards? You got it. As this begins to happen, it sears into them, almost sending them flying about for a brief moment in time. You see as it begins to, or their body skids off to the ground for a moment, and you'll look over, and it seems to be as they are not necessarily feeling the rest of this fight. They're going to start backing up, but as if they're getting ready to sort of flee and try to save their own hide, save their own forces. But, as I said, Jason's turn is now. What would you like to have them do?
I just moved him.
Alright. No attack or from short bow or anything?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot he had a short bow.
He was scavenging.
Does he not still have the gun?
You don't
Does
know how to
not.
use a gun.
No.
23,
finally
that'll
hit.
hit. Alright.
Jason is MVP #1.
7 points of damage. How does Jason want to do it?
You're gonna see Jason charge forward with his bow, do a front flip, and then launch it in the air as it comes straight down onto the creature's head.
The most acrobatic skeleton in the West. As this begins to happen, he fires off the arrows, it pierces into their head, and they fall down dead. Good stuff, Folia and Jason. Anything else for you?
Oh, we end our turn.
Alright, Ingot's turn. Anything you're gonna try to do? You're a little bit far away from the battlefield, or the last remaining
Yes. So, Jewel of Fate. I gotta make the. I'm gonna. What range is 60 feet? Let me double check this. Actually, I'm gonna move. Fuck, my brain's running so slow. I'm gonna move forward 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta check how long that is. Yeah, that's that long. 1, 2, 3, 15 feet. I'm gonna use Jewel of Fate on the one between the two of the Triceratopses. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of 12.
Wisdom saving throw of 12.
Yeah, Ingot's gonna go, you, me.
As they
On a
begin to
fail-
do so, they fail and they will look over towards you confused. They're kind of entering into the sort of Triceratops and then look over off to the side. What happens?
On a failed roll, the target has disadvantage on Wisdom perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated. While this is in effect, you have an advantage on the first attack roll of the round against the chosen target, and roll of 19 plus is considered a critical hit. More about that thing too.
A lot. Holy shit.
I'll be real, Sensei. It doesn't tell me how often I can use this whatsoever. I don't know if this is an action either because it's under other.
Is it a fighter like the 7th level feature, or is it one of the stances?
It's 7 level feat.
7 level feat. Most likely it'd probably be a short rest. Short rest or a longer, so it'd be probably like one time, I'd imagine.
Like, yeah. I also
So
is that an
5 level
action or is it like? 'Cause I think somewhere it said no action, but there is a lot of different descriptions for this ability.
We'll chalk it up and call it a bonus action because that class is stupid.
Yeah, it works for me. Well, I'm sure I'm close enough. Can I try and lob this corpse with enough force to kill the other crewfic?
You may certainly try. Make an athletics check. Let's see if you're able to just yeet this shit hard enough.
You'll see as like the crewfix is trying to get off the horn. So, you know,
12. You send. Oh wait, hold on. You also have advantage. Powerful build.
All right.
Yeah, I would hope that the big mushroom who's large size could yeet stuff easier than everybody else. 17,
there we go.
That'll do it. You send them flying over towards them, and as they do, it strikes them completely, almost bludgeoning them and sending them knocked forth. Here's what we'll say. Roll 2d6. I'm gonna have them make a dex save with disadvantage because they're kind of trapped in the Triceratops right now.
I also have advantage on the first attack because of Jewel of Fate.
Oh my god. Alright, Fuck it, I'll give you an extra d6. We'll call it that. 3d6.
3d6?
Fuck it. Dexterity saving throw, disadvantage, 12. Yeah, they're getting binked. Alright, that's gonna be 13 points of damage as they're... Oh, did I do one? Yeah, I did one. As this happens, they are sort of screaming out towards you. They're getting ready to rush over and then just completely clobbered as they are just knocked prone. As this happens, they're kind of like struggling to get themselves back up as they are prone deficient. But that is your go, Ingot. Anything? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all you could do, right?
Yeah, I was gonna meme and say, because it's an improvised weapon, can I grapple them? But I already used my bonus action.
Alright, that said, that is your turn. Next up, we'll see if the individual Triceratops can finally fucking kill this guy. They will roll with advantage and try to stomp this guy out. Alright, advantage. 27. They finally rolled above a fucking 8. That will do it. We're gonna roll damage.
Hey, they rolled 9 once. They rolled 9 once.
27 points of damage. They fucking get curb stomped. And with that, you'll see as Astrolight begins to form off to the side, they are brought to nothing but oblivion. As they disperse, you'll look over towards the other individual, the charmed monster. And with that, how long are they charmed for, Folly?
An hour.
Oh boy, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be a fun old time.
Let me just double check that.
I think you're right, because I remember when another character in another campaign used it. I'm pretty sure it's for a
someone does
long
something
time.
harmful to it.
The charm person?
Charm monster.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's for a long
1
time.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, as you guys begin to do so, you look over and there are no more individuals on the battlefield that are hostile towards you. Combat is now over. You look over towards the individuals and you'll see as the robotic one is, they're nearly just completely consumed by the corruption. They're on only barely double digits in HP, but they are standing strong. Same with the other Triceratops, as you guys were able to get here in time. Any longer and it probably would have been their life. With that, let me change the music. You guys are free to do as you wish as you look over towards them.
Can I go
Oh,
around
yeah.
and scavenge those metal plate-like armor you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that sounds like materials.
Yes, you can. So here's the funny thing. For corruption, typically what happens is all of the astral nature, all the or would-be flesh and more, it just turns into ice. It freezes over and shatters. However, there are some cases where their materials, the things on their person would actually remain left over. This plate, this steel, this metal is one of these things. It happened with the likes of the weapons that Valley of Dreams got from the orc individual, and it happens with these guys. So you have a fuck ton of plate, materials, and more if you guys are both scavenging that. If you wanted to go do that, go make some survival checks.
I'm gonna go over to talk to the Nazgul Triceratops when we're able to.
17. I'll be easy enough to do. And is anybody helping out Ingot, just so I make sure?
I'm going to be interacting with the bio Triceratops, I guess you could say.
Are you able to speak in tongues?
Nope.
Is he gonna be
Not
weird?
gonna stop me.
Communication, you know?
Communication is what the Book of
do-
Love said from It Takes Two.
I
Communication.
do wanna
Flame
look at
points is a
Navra real quick.
universal speak.
So, Ingot, between you're able to you're able to get 9 materials from all of these individuals and 7 accounting. Or hold on, not 7. Whoops. Whatever. You get 4 accountings of plate. So, meaning you could make 4 instances of plate-related things, such as plate armor, half plate, yada yada yada.
That's really good.
It's really fucking good.
What's going in my bag?
On top of that, if you ever really wanted to, this is some like haha funny shenanigans. If you ever really want to start selling things to other parties, because you do have Gary, that's what they're for. You could maybe be able to convince them eventually to start trading plate mail armor to the other groups for other resources that you can maybe want in the future.
Could I also salvage the stabby things? Those look like some pretty good stabby things.
Sadly, not. Those would actually go along with them.
Okay.
All right. So with that, go ahead, Navro or Fabio, whichever one's speaking first.
Can I quickly ask Navro a question?
Sure.
It's a 2-second question. She's gonna hug the spider thing and look at you. Can keep.
How long does Charm Monster last?
You'd know it to be an hour.
Unfortunately, we cannot keep the Kruthic. He's very cute, but he won't be friendly for long.
Me disagree. I'm just gonna walk along and pick up Thalia with the Kruthic.
As you do, you sort of hobble on over. You're a little too far. You just begin to pick up the likes of Thalia and the Kruthic easily, one in each hand.
If you get bit, not my fault.
I am, well, they talk to the dinosaurs, going to try to drain it of the affecting corruption.
You got it.
The thing is, Navro's also going to try and do that too.
Are you? It would be a matter of like who's doing it kind of first. I could see Thalia doing it first.
That was my intention. I was going up to do that to him.
Okay, fair enough.
So
it's kind of like yeah,
the Triceratops.
Gotcha. So she's trying to do it to the Kruthic.
Oh, okay, right.
So,
sorry, miscommunication.
Nah, you're good. So here's what ends up happening. So it's kind of, Ingot, you'd notice it, whether you care or anything, that's up to Ingot, but you would notice as Navro and Folly will begin to almost simultaneously begin to try to start siphoning bits of the corruption away from the individuals. Now, Myra, you're kind of used to doing this. Make your highest saving throw if you can. And Navro, we'll get into you, we'll throw it over to you, but you're going to basically be doing the exact same thing. So Navro, how does he go about this?
I can't get to my token. Ingot.
Just with Sensei, if you say if Ingot's interested, Ingot's gonna touch both the things as close to the corruption as being siphoned, and Ingot's interested. So you're gonna try to touch the Triceratops and the Kruthic, both where they're being siphoned from.
You got it.
Did I have advantage on this, or was it just a normal roll?
Just a normal roll. 19, alright.
Use knowledge. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, can I use a knowledge on a past life on this?
It's a saving throw, so you can't.
Yeah.
But you can have my inspiration.
Save it. I'll give. You can use it for yourself. You can save it.
Sure.
I'll give Thalia inspiration. Here's why. You've done this multiple times throughout the campaign. You have. It's not just sort of shooting in the dark. Now, though you're not 100% sure how to do it, I'll give you advantage for, you know, the thing that we talked about that gives you your power. 19.
Wow.
You
really wanted to
what
be 19.
The dice want. Never mind. Alright. So, Navro, what are you doing then?
You see, Navro is like, considering that, I don't know if Fabio's looking at Navro as he's doing this, but Ingot and Thalia, if they're even like focusing on him, might, wherein you see him like reaching out a little bit. He's really hesitant. He looks left, he looks right. Is anyone here making focus on Navro?
Jason.
Ingot's hand is literally next to yours as you do this.
But you would be seeing him, or are you focused on like the Triceratops?
Ingot's like seeing what you're doing. He's interested in both you, so he's like touching where you're both siphoning from at the same time.
Can I ask that if he wants to, Ingot make an insight check?
I'll make one. I don't know what for, but I'll make one.
Jason is watching as well. Curious.
10.
Even still, it's not being like, because Navro's wisdom isn't that high too. He can't really hide it that much. You would see it like that. It's almost as though he is having a conversation in his head about whether he should do this or not. And he eventually lets it, and he puts his hand out, and he's about to siphon the corruption from this Triceratops.
As you begin to do so, highest saving throw, Navro.
Alright, in saving throw.
Does ink count as helping in this situation?
No.
Normal.
18. Is that the final
I'm
roll?
gonna there's nothing I can really add to it. I can roll higher than that. You see, as he's doing this, he sees it's not gonna work. Chronal shift, and I'm gonna do it again.
Got it.
There we
26,
go.
a lot better. As you begin to do so, you notice as the marking upon your hand begins to slowly glow and starts writhing in shadow for a brief moment. You see as with every sort of bits of astral corruption, astral sort of liquid and tainting of it, you see as it begins to slowly siphon into the likes of the black star. As it does so, the bits of astral light, it covers over the black star before the star burns it away in a fury, almost completely cleansing it for a brief moment in time. With that,
So there's no more corruption on the Triceratops itself?
not yet. It's a process that you're in the middle of and it's taking a bit of time, but while that's sort of happening, the same thing with you and Falia. Now, Falia, you, judging from what it's looking like, you're probably not going to be able to fully cleanse this thing, at least right now, but you have at least an hour to keep trying. Navro, yours will probably be fully cleansed. It's just, something's happening in the meantime. That something would be heading over towards Fabio. Alright. Kit, what would you be doing as Fabio at this moment in time? Because you were trying to talk to these guys, right?
Yeah, so Fabio is gonna come closer to the Triceratops. Please stop eating that.
He's hungry!
Little dude's like, I'm feeding!
It's anything that's like a lace kind of material. He's like lick, 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 lick. Anyways, sorry. So he's gonna come closer and oh, darling, you fought wonderfully. Let me just take care of that. Oh, it disappeared, it seemed. Okay, well, glad I don't have to pull that out. That wouldn't have been fun. But, darling, let me take care of that. And he's gonna try to cast Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Again at 3rd level. And as he's doing so, like he's talking the whole way, kind of like in a calm voice, just trying to like distract the Triceratops and like make him feel comfortable, even though like he doesn't actually understand the words. I'm hoping that Fabio's energy will register as friendly and all that.
Alright, so that's going to be 3d8 plus 3. Oh man. 13 points of HP. He will take it gladly as he is on death's door. As you begin to slowly cleanse some of the wounds, you'll see as a bit of the astral corruption actually does burn away with a bit of healing. You notice as it's kind of replaced with a little bit of glitter from Ambrosie's light and blessing, but they're still definitely feeling it. They're definitely still roughed up. They are a big individual, and it's gonna take a lot of magic and a lot of time for them to be brought back to full.
Do I want to throw in another one? Yeah, fuck it. I want to make friends with this guy.
Want to get in good with him.
I don't know. Yeah, so Cure Wounds. Let's do it again at 3rd level? Wait, is it actually consuming the... Where do I
You have to
see
manually
how
do
many
it.
slots? Okay, there you go. Second.
Mhm.
It did not catch on that I was casting spells. Great.
Don't worry, I remembered all the spells you cast. I got you.
So I've got 2 level 3 so far and 1 level 1.
Yeah.
So that means I still have 1 level 3 spell. Let me just do a
Jeez. 2
Second
level
level.
3s, and then you did. What'd you cast? You cast Bane. That was a first level. Yeah, you already got that. And that was it for spells, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're good. And then you're about to cast a second spell. So what level is that?
I'm gonna do it at second level this time.
You got it. Alright, you're good to go. So cast a spell that's gonna be 2d8 plus 3. And as you're healing them up, Falia, you would begin to hear as the individual speaking. Fabio can't understand them, but they're just saying, "Thank you. Oh. Ow." 7 plus 3, that's going to be 10 more HP. Nice. Definitely is appreciated.
I know, darling, I know. It's dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. But as I said you did wonderfully, and I'm so glad that we can be friends. I almost didn't want to come over, but then I'm so glad I did. And he's just gonna keep yabbering. And yeah.
Can I have Baxter land on her shoulder and start translating for her? Just so she doesn't look like or he doesn't look like he's talking to moans.
Yeah, it's still gonna be that sort of thing of like you're translating what Fabio is saying, who's, you know, with their speech and more, it's more so giving them the Spark Note summary of what they're kind of saying. With the little McDonald's.
Actually, he would probably try if
I'd understand them if I have
doesn't work.
tongues.
Yeah,
sorry.
You'd understand them.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I'd look over to Fabio and he appreciates it. Also, he said "ow," so he's still gonna hurt.
I know, and like actually, if I think about it, he would probably be like switching between languages just to see if something sticks. So he'd be switching between Common and Elvish and Sylvan.
I don't get it.
He doesn't speak those.
Oh, it's all right. It's the intention that counts, of course. And language is just one way to communicate, of course. Well, I'm sure we'll be friends, right?
I know it.
There. So even though he doesn't understand, he'll keep being very friendly around this one and keep glancing over at the other mechanized one. Just
so, as you begin to do so, you siphon all the bits of the corruption away, Navro, from your individual. And as the black star begins to slowly just burn away any bits of the corruption left, the darkness sort of consuming it, what do you say or do? You'll look over towards the Triceratops, and it seems to be looking, and its eye will begin to start shining over you, similar to kind of how the Stormbird did before when it was just sort of scanning the area. It scans you, it scans Ingot, Myra.
You have nothing to fear from us. We are here to help you. He also hears in his head the Triceratops. Hell yeah. That was some fucking killer moves you did, by the way. Nice fighting. He shakes his head and forgive me. Do you have a name?
As you say this, you'll see as the individual will begin to look over, and it kind of just shakes its entire body before saying, "Do you have a name?" It just completely takes your speech and just mimics it out towards you.
Intriguing. Well, I am Navro. This is Folia, Ingot, and Fabio. Foxwell Frederick of Unfamel.
You'll just see as it repeats. I am Navro. That's all it does.
Am I getting a reading that it's like recognizing, like is it sentient? Do I recognize that from both like how it's looking at me, its general behavior?
Whew. Yes, to an extent. You get the idea it has its own free-ish will, kind of like a golem would to an extent. You know, it's not like a robot where it's programmed to only do these certain sort of functions and that's it. It can do other stuff, right? Like on its own volition.
Look, we have a small piece of transportation that's being constructed a short whiles away. We saw that you were in desperate help, needed assistance. As a sort of repayment, would you help steer and carry this vessel across the desert? We will be coming to civilization.
That
and we couldn't help you.
doesn't speak normal.
I've noticed. Do you have a name?
Yeah.
Oh, and what is it?
Wait. What's my name? I don't remember.
That's
had name.
very unfortunate.
I had name. I would have. I no remember name.
Same.
You get the sense from your recent experience with them, it was probably afflicted with the corruption. It doesn't remember. Well, especially with what happened recently to it. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more potent.
Well, for the moment, we need your help, both you and your automaton friend. The message is the same. We have a boat that needs carrying, and if you were to help bring us across the sands, we would bring you to civilization, to a massive oasis. Sounds good, correct?
Ooh, help me and friend? I help you, friend.
Thank you. We'll see if we can find any kind of sustenance as well. It'll be difficult, but you are helping us. It's the least we can do.
We'll see as you'll kind of like look over and they'll kind of not necessarily like hitting you hostilely, but they'll kind of hit you with their head a little bit, kind of backing you up a little bit, but not kind of, it's more so out of friendliness, but they don't really understand their size comparison to you. And the last thing they'll kind of just say is, you sound different than other one.
Other one? And he hears in his head, you mean me?
No. You, someone said need help? I don't know where they are. They different sounding.
Maya will start waving her hand and go, need help? Or follow.
They'll look over and say, that's the one.
Ah, that's Folia. Yes, familiars are incredibly useful.
Speaking of which, where is my familiar with the newt? I've been waiting for that newt.
Oh, I mean, he was there. If you wanted to, it was more so you got kind of, sidetracked with this sort of whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want him to follow you, that's also fine. But here, before we deal with that, there is one thing. So, meanwhile, while this is sort of all happening and this is, going down, meanwhile, the boys back home building up a motherfucking ship. All right. Zephyr, We look over towards you. Now, let me get rid of some tokens. So as this is sort of happening, you and Atlas are kind of here.
Oh,
Yeah, Androcall would be kind of here for a long while. I mean, long enough. It's only like about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, about 20-ish minutes or so. While that's sort of happening, what are you and Atlas sort of talking about or doing off to the side?
I think we should do the land version instead of the flying version.
Yeah, I think this would probably be a little bit better. Especially if you said Triceratops are coming. Or something like that.
True. We could have them help pull it instead of ingot. Or we can have it accessible for anyone. Well, anyone big.
Yes.
Okay. I'll start work on the boat section. You help me out with more of the to be honest, you'll probably be better at building it. I can give pointers. It's up to you.
Yeah, I can do that. I got a lot of stuff to sort of build around here. But if we were back in Zenobia, I'd be asking to get paid for this shit. But it's fine for now. It's for survival. Speaking
We'll have
of
a big
which,
feast when we get to the oasis. Okay?
I'd like feast. I'd like food. A lot of food, please. But speaking of which, you're sure on that list of things I need to build, you're sure you don't want me to build you a leg? You're kind of useless without a leg.
And he just says it straight up, I'm sorry.
Hey, once we get this boat sorted, we can get on the move then. I think this takes more importance and, well, once we have the boat, you can make it on there. I can help out if need be.
Yes, sir. I mean, you can't really be going around carrying shit without a leg.
True. It's up to you, my friend.
I mean, I've already gotten started a little bit.
And I mean, this is over the course of like 20 minutes or so. You guys have at least gotten a lot or a decent bit of the frame and stuff done. Atlas is a very, very fast worker, and especially with you and your sailor background, it's more so of, okay, checking to see if we got the materials. Cool, we got the materials. Good enough for me. You just directing him and telling him exactly, or Atlas building the things, and then Zephyr, you kind of directing him on where to place it. And probably kind of like ordering your call. It'd be more so you. Atlas would kind of be, this is all sake of brevity. Atlas would kind of ask you to sort of do it because he's not really comfortable seeing his brother kind of like this still. He kind of like turns away while that's happening, but yeah.
Zephyr, I didn't notice, so he'd send him just behind a dune or to rest by a shrub.
Yeah.
Not to make Atlas uncomfortable and ruin his way of thinking and work. Because he needs to be good in mind to do good in building.
But while that's sort of happening, you guys have a decent bit of the frame done. It's, for the most part, it doesn't take that long. You'll, with the rest of the party here, you'll be able to fix this thing up in no time. Looking over towards it, you'll see as after several minutes, about the 15, 17, 18 minute mark, you look over and you'll notice as the individuals at this point would be arriving back towards this area, but they're still a decent ways out. Looking over, you'll see as Atlas is kind of messing with a couple things. Is there anything else you had specific to ask him or mention to him?
Hey Atlas, I know you don't really work with humanoids or anything, but you do have a knack for this creation stuff. I was wondering. I mean, Ingot only wears a bikini. Do you have anything that might improve on his armor? He's kind of asking, like, if he'd be able to create the Armor of Defense, I think it's called, which is +1 or +2 if he's level 10.
Make a persuasion check, Zephyr.
Yay, I get to do a thing. Persuasion, normal, 15.
15. We'll see as he thinks about it for a second and thinks a little bit too long and then just sort of sighs.
Yeah, I can do something like that. It's not the greatest of things though. If they have armor already, then I can just enhance it, but the problem is I can only spend so much time, and me and Ava, we're still making the magic items we're going to sell. I can make one of them the armor, but we only got limited spots.
You don't have to do it straight away, and it will get you into their favor. You know, you helping us is
Wait, so
let us come along.
Wait, so I can just build shit and I can just be friends with them? Why the fuck didn't I do this from the beginning?
Hey. I mean, you help us survive, and we're in your debt, to be honest.
I mean, that makes sense to me. I just make him shit and give him free shit and they give me forgiveness. Sounds good to me.
It's a start, and it's helpful. And that way, in this hostile fucking place that we're in, we'll be able to protect you as well.
Fine. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll have to sort of come up with a specific list of things that we're all going to make. But I want to talk to Navra about that for sure. Especially because he's going to be the one helping me a little bit with enchanting and for a specific ring.
If you... And this is for the future, of course, time is of the essence. In the future, would you mind giving me maybe a tutorial of sorts on how you create such stuff? I'd be quite interested to watch how you do your work and try and create things of my own, so to speak.
I'm not the greatest of teachers. I'm still getting used to this whole people thing after a while, but
You'll be fine. Don't worry. But for the future, fear not. And I'll make sure to I forgot the word, pay you for your troubles and well, either money or deeds.
Can I ask you just a question? I mean, I kind of understand Navra's perspective, but I kind of like tried to kill you all and murdered every last one of you almost. Like, almost every last one of you. Why haven't you tried to, like, you know, I don't know, hang me or some shit or snap my neck? I don't get it.
Well, I can't say I've been great myself. Trust me, I wanted to kill a few of them already, or at least hit them. I haven't exactly been the best of people either. But I know what desperation does to a person, what loneliness and struggle. Look, you were trying to rid the place as we are. You went too far, don't get me wrong. But everyone deserves a second chance, no?
I don't know about everyone.
Kind of looks off
Well,
for a second.
Some people have already used up their second chances. But to us, this is your second chance. And again, you've been doing well by us. Been helping us survive. Been helping us traverse this landscape and giving us information that we need. You're doing well so far. And don't worry, I'll protect you from whoever brings you harm. As long as you're protecting us, you'll be fine.
You'll see as he kind of nods, and as he does so, now, just to make sure, was there anything that the rest of the descent were trying to do on the other map with the Triceratops? Anything specific, or you guys just leading them back over here?
One small
When they
thing.
were- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go
Pete
ahead.
oh, okay. We'll go with Cat, and then we'll go with Pete.
Okay. When Navro was speaking to my buddy Triceratops, did I understand any of that exchange, or they were all speaking in Triceratops?
Well, I was speaking common, and then the Triceratops would be speaking Triceratops. I can understand him, right? So it's a bit like Chewbacca in a way.
Oh, okay. Okay, I misinterpreted that. That's fine. It's already out here. Oh well. We could just say, for the sake of brevity, Myra or Falio was able to also translate as well. We got a lot of translators here. Oh man, we're good. Translate like more so what Navro's saying to the thingy.
Okay.
So you'd understand Navro.
Basically, what I'm trying to figure out is, does Fabio understand that this entity does not have a name, or does not remember their name?
I was gonna do something with that.
Oh, okay. And then go for it then.
You guys are both like brains thinking alike right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, Navro.
The voice perks up in the Triceratops' head, and he'll hear, "By the way, you don't have a name. You have it now. It's Hornery. There's no debate about this. That's your name."
You're actually going for it. Yay!
Well, I don't
No
know.
debate.
Ornery?
It's a great name. It suits you fine.
Why?
I guess he wouldn't. But slowly, and I don't know if he really could, but the voice is almost gonna try and like go closer to him, like audibly.
Okay. Turn off echo cancellation or everything. I don't know. Do what you gotta do.
And says, louder than he could, "Because I said so. That's why."
Intimidation check.
Oh.
What?
It's either that or Trike Tyson.
Okay. Hornery it is. Okay.
Good. Know your place. Know your place.
Oh my fucking god.
So that's all in his head, right? Fabio
Yeah.
doesn't hear any of this.
He hears none of it.
Myra
That's a
can
good
only
thing.
catch one half of it.
Oh man. And with that,
Navro does look like scared at this, but Henry's a fine name. It suits you well, if you please.
okay. I guess so. Henry is we'll have to do. Yeah.
Navro tightens his staff and looks down at his feet, very, very fearful. But that's me done.
Got it.
Oh, darling, you don't have to be afraid of him. He's harmless. He's our new friend. Not understanding why you
The
were-
context.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Yes, of course. It's a rational fear. But Henry, excellent. It's a pleasure to meet you. And my name is Fabio Foxla Frederick Vin Flamel. And if ever you think of another name that you'd prefer, please let me know.
They look at you blankly.
Never.
His name is-
darling. Could you tell him what I said, please?
His name is Fabio Foxglove Frederick Vin Flamel. And they want greatly to help you, has been demonstrated fully.
They look blankly for the first half, and then you say they want to help. Like, oh, okay.
Do I know the int score of a Triceratops?
It's pretty fucking low, I'll tell you that much. It's well, typical animals and beasts, they have at least 3 or below. 3 is typically the highest.
Okay. Okay. I know apes have like 7.
No,
Apes
apes
are
are
smart
the smartest
Or
one
high
of the bunch.
end.
Yeah, they're
High
the
end.
high end of like animals. Everything
So
else
this
is
is
like 3 and
basically
below.
like we were talking to bison.
Yes.
Be glad that dinosaur is technically a language.
So
And that's how I'm able to speak.
one thing that you guys would notice as you kind of get gathering stuff, probably Ingot being the first ones to kind of Ingot being the first one to notice. You look over and in the little bit of the astral corpses, you would find as there are also several bits of coins and more. You would find also, for your troubles, 5 soul coins to be added to your form or to your little troop. The last sort of things, you got the, was there anything else? No, they're not poisonous, so you can't get that. That would be pretty much it. So, with that, for the sake of brevity, the descent begins to head back on over towards the likes of the individuals off to the side, or head back to the likes of Zephyr and more. As you do so,
Here we go. Is my adult Kruthic still evil?
yes.
Uh-oh.
But we'll handle all of that soon. As you guys eventually begin to arrive back towards the rest of the party, begin to notice as something's weird, something's up. You notice as each of your marks are beginning to start glowing for a second. Zephyr's blue, Avro's sort of black star, even Fabio's sort of purple square. And as you do so, notice as you begin to start glowing, pulsing for a moment before you feel a sort of rumbling amongst the ground in this desert for a second. It rumbles, it rumbles. Not sure exactly what's going on. Everybody make a perception check. You too, Zephyr.
Can I make a smell check?
This is a sight-based check.
Oh, I can never use my nose.
Does Jason need to roll one, or is he just gonna take mine?
He's just gonna take yours.
Okay.
Zephyr is focused on boat.
So here's what it is. Zephyr, you're focused on the boat. Fabio, you're more so focused on what's causing the rumbling, and you look towards the ground more so. Folia, it takes you a
It's
bit.
carrying me, so.
Yeah. Folia, it takes you a little bit, and you don't really necessarily notice it. Ingot, as you're kind of carrying, you're kind of just looking at a couple of shinies before you look over and something catches you, or catches your eye. You see a sort of slight moving sensation. Something kind of rising for a moment. Navar, you look over, and far, far off in the distance, not necessarily as far as the world tree that Mimir has mentioned, but you notice as something like a black sort of spire or a tower is forming up far, far away towards the north. You look over for a moment. You look at it. You're not necessarily getting the greatest of vibes about that.
Is it astral?
It's not astral. It is a strange mixing of colors, but for the most part, it is a white sort of tower or silver tower that is just sort of piercing further and further up into the sky above, almost like a beacon.
I think I know what this thing is. I mean, I was hoping it wasn't the big fuck off spire, but that's where it started. Sensei?
And that
Is this what I
is
think
where
it
we will
is?
end today's session.
That is perfect timing, because the pizza just arrived.
Pizza time.
Damn right. I got a plan for that. We throw a Molotov on it and we let it burn down. The end.
Well, we'll see you exactly what all that's about later. But for the time being, thank you guys again for everybody who was able to play in today's session. Hope you guys had a fun one. I'm gonna go break down stream for a bit, and I will be right back. See you guys in a second.
Why do I feel like this is the big fuck?
All right. So, hello everybody. Welcome. Thank you guys for everyone who was able to tune into the likes of the stream. You guys have been fantastic as per usual. Now, I'm going to drop an announcement for 7 Souls in a bit. I think we're most likely going to have to cancel it because we only have a certain amount of players to be able to be there. Because they're going to be missing Bimroth, they're going to be missing the likes of Fish halfway through because they're going to have to be leaving to the shop. And they're also going to be missing Dread, I believe. So, yeah. We'll see exactly what's the plan for that. And I'll give you guys an announcement. But for those of you guys who haven't done so already, make sure to go to the YouTube side of things. Make sure to go like the video and more. Make sure to also go drop a follow on the channel if you are new, or whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Twitch. You guys have been a fantastic audience as usual, but now all things must come to an end. So I will see you guys later. All have a good one.